Two top five running backs sitting right in front of you. Two top five running backs. And you might say, Smitty, how can that happen? Smitty, Jeremiah Love, he's a rookie. Smitty, he's on a bad team. Ashton Jeanty has no offensive line. Haven't you noticed a big trend in all the doubting Donnies over the past 2 days, 24 hours, 48 hours, changing their tune about two players that everybody said they were on bad offenses? They're not going to do anything. You've got no quarterback on either side of this thing, while the Cardinals have not one quarterback, not two quarterbacks, but three quarterbacks that can facilitate the football and get the football out to Brock Bowers, get the football out to MHJ, Michael Wilson, McBride, create room for these two bad boys to go out there and rush for 1,300 yards for, let's say, 1,350 for Jeanty. Let's say Love is more along the lines of 1,100 as a rookie, maybe 1,150, but he pulls in a whopping 400, 500 receiving yards, pulls in a monstrous rookie campaign in the receiving department, something along the lines of 60-plus receptions. Jeanty, 70 receptions. Jeanty playing like the number 2 or 3 running back this year. Love playing like the number 4, 5, or 6 running back this year. Want to say 7? That's okay. You want to doubt him a little bit? That's fine. You need to see it a little bit. Oh, yeah, I'm worried, William. I'm a petrified Peter, Smitty. I can't bank on something like this till I see it. Mark my words. And everybody's coming around. You're starting to hear everybody talk about the Cardinals now. Everybody talking about Jeremiah Love now. He was such an easy player to say he landed in a horrible spot. Not going to do well as a rookie. I'm out. Watch everyone circle back around on these two guys as we get closer and closer to week 1. Everyone will change their tune. They're already starting. These are two top 5 running backs right here. Two top 5 running backs right here. We're drafting on Underdog. I'm going to draft Jeanty right now. In fact, on Underdog. Let's take him right now to Best Ball Mania. And let me show you this draft. I'm on the clock. I'm taking Jeanty right now. I have to flip it over and draft him. Hold on one second. I'll hit the intro, and then we'll be on the clock again. The Fantasy Football Show begins now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show.
Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Smitty is also
Graveyard Stream.
You're watching a Graveyard Stream, baby. And we're on the clock here. And let's do something special. Do we go... Let's go AJB here. We'll go Jeanty and AJB. Wish I could take... Man, part of me is like, do we just take Love? Let me see if I can switch this over to... hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me expand this out. For some reason, the screen was freezing, so I had to relaunch that. Okay, there we go. So we took Jeanty and AJB from that spot. I was tempted to go Love. I was tempted to go Jeanty and Love and try it. This is the Jeanty Love stream. You can have... See, I love it. I love when I see this. This makes my night. You can have them. Jeanty couldn't do anything. Remember when? The most boring form of conversation, according to Tony Soprano. Remember when last year? You can have them. Jeanty couldn't do anything last year. Raiders are not that much better. Yeah, they only brought in Super Bowl winning head coach who just turned JSN into a monster. They only get Brock Bowers back. They only have at least middle of the pack offensive line now. They bring in the number 1 center. They're going to have Jeanty moving the ball and this thing going back. Yeah, definitely not much better at all, bro. Not night and day. Not a complete 180 at all whatsoever. I love it. That's the beauty part, is we're still going to have a lot of doubters. But you're going to start seeing these ADPs creep up. And it's kind of good I don't have a pick that can get Jeremiah Love, because we can actually naturally see where he falls in this particular draft. I'm anxious to see if he goes right at this turn here. Like, can he even slip past the 24, 25? I highly doubt it. Love's going to start going up in this territory right here. Jeanty deserves to go where St. Brown and JSN are going. I'd take JSN most times because I love JSN at that pick. But Jeanty should probably be at least going by 1.7. So still a monster steal. Just a monster steal. Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love's going to finish as top 4 running back this year. Well,
Smitty just said that.
I just said that. I just said that, bro. You mark my words. You mark my words. You don't come into my live stream and tell me that Jeremiah Love's the top 5 running back on a Jeremiah Love's the top 5 running back stream and tell me to mark your words. You're marking my words. You're in my live stream being told that he's the top 5. Daniel, I thought you wanted to do a league. Whatever happened to that? Remember, Daniel? You're like, I'm going to come in here, drop a super starter redraft league, and we never saw it. And remember, I'm the one that's getting to the people together. You can't choose. I'm gonna grab people from the stream to get into the draft. We'll fill it in a millisecond. Kyle, I like Love too, but the Cardinals played 1 preseason game. They actually played 2 games so far, and they scored 7 points. Man, I don't understand what it is about some people that need to see it first. You're not going to be able to partake in it. Do you understand that? You understand that if you want to wait and see, you're not going to be able to partake. It's not how it works. But Kyle, please tell everyone and their mother. I'm very surprised at how much doubt there still is. Oh, where did Love go? So here it is. I'm telling you, Love's not slipping past 25. A lot of people are listening. Not everybody is, but a lot of people are. Buka, got good news about Buka, by the way, if people didn't hear. Of course, he goes right there. But Buka just says a sprained toe. We'll probably do a stream on it in the morning to go over that. AJ Brown, we can go balance here and get kind of what we want. I've been doing this ETN maneuver, and I really, really like it. It's a really, really smart play. ETN at the 3-4 turn, he really is a running back 1. Yeah, buddies. Phone lines are open. Bowers Olave is a show squad. Yeah, it might be. Okay, so on the clock here, I've got ETN, AJB, Jeanty. I prefer to go wide receiver here. Love what Garrett Wilson's doing right now. I'm pretty sure Garrett Wilson's going to surpass all expectations. Looking fantastic, no matter who's throwing the football to him. And my concerns have been alleviated. My concerns have absolutely been alleviated. 420 man gifting a membership. 420 man, appreciate you very much gifting that. Hammer dropping a $20 super chat in the live stream. Let me go ahead and answer this call real quickly. Put yourself on mute. I'll be right with you. Okay. Just hang tight. This is the Hammer time chat right here. I never understand why people thought the Cardinals was a bad landing spot. I don't know, Hammer. People don't listen to me is why. Literally said all off season long, Cardinals are good. Cardinals are good. Cardinals are good. What are you watching? Because what I watched last year was Brissett turn McBride and Michael Wilson into monsters. And yet everybody says, if Brissett doesn't do well, guess who does well? Beck and Minshew. They'll figure it out. There's 3 quarterbacks. It's asinine. Thank you, my guy. It's a high-octane system loaded with talent, and people are worried about whether Jeremiah Love's going to have room to run. And Ashton Jeanty's in the same situation. He's got Kubiak, who turned JSN into the number 1, number 2, number 3 wide receiver, depending on how you look at the data. And he has Brock Bowers to become that one player. And now you give him Jeanty. You got Mike Washington to mix things up. This is, and they're going to use Michael Mayer a lot more too. You've got some adequate wide receivers. I like Jalen Naylor. Jalen Naylor is pretty good. People are off the rocker. Offensive line is going to be middle of the pack at the very least. They could be a top 12 to 15 offensive line. And people have no idea why, because they don't know ball. But that's okay. That's okay. Burden going pretty late now, which is nice in the 4th round versus the 3rd round. You still wonder if it could burn you. Washington going pretty high. Neighbors, Rice, McLaurin, Watson. This team was looking pretty good. I don't know if I would have continued down that path yet. Monty, why does Monty always ruin this first overall draft slot? Always. Just always a horrible pick there. Devontae Smith falling a little bit, but still not the best pick there. Flowers and Devontae Smith still going way too early. We do believe. Man, I would have won Achan. Potentially right there, by the way. Tootin's climbing a little bit. Actually, that's about right. That's about ADP for Tootin. All right. Coming up on this pick right here, the player I probably would most want to get, I'm going to get snagged right here, just like I got Buka snagged, just like I got Buka snagged. We'll see if that happens. I doubt he falls. I hope he does. If he does, I'll be ecstatic. Although there's plenty of players I like here. Yeah, Adams. I like Bucky here. Jeanty, AJB, ETN, Garrett Wilson, Bucky, the Buckmeister. We obviously have a good opportunity here to potentially pair and stack, which is not always required. Don't listen to people that tell you that. Luis is with his family right now. Luis, appreciate you, my guy. Drake May. I think we're drafting with a few snipers, man. Craziness. That is craziness. Maybe we punt quarterback here since Drake May went. I mean, I could take Burrow or JD5. But yeah, you got, like, come on, guys. Take Henderson. Now I'm probably going to go... I'm going to go MHJ. I'm going to punt quarterback here. AJB, Garrett Wilson, MHJ, Jeanty, ETN, Bucky. Pretty well-rounded team there. Rotation. What's up? Thank you, mods. Appreciate Travis, Blackbeard, Sick Nasty, Aldi, Simi Valley, Vampy. If you're out there, appreciate you all. Oh, I'm sorry, caller. You're still you're on the phone line still. You're live. What can I do for you? I apologize.
Hey, Smitty. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Who's this?
This is Jacob, the 412 number. I just got to thank you for all the draft advice because before, I was kind of drafting by an Excel sheet and, with all these, gems and truth you've been dropping on us, it's been a lot easier for me, just doing my mocks and, getting ready for all my, home leagues I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem, bro. That's what we're here for. What do you got?
I would say I have two quick questions. Would you say in the 3rd round, the running back dead zone's a real thing? And how do you feel about in the, late, mid-6th round going with a QB like Caleb Williams or Justin Herbert?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. There's some other quarterbacks I'd rather take than Caleb, but in that territory, it's not a bad spot to draft him, no. Caleb sometimes goes a little early. Like Caleb went before Burrow and JD5, which is ridiculous. So, sometimes you can't take him in a reasonable spot. But I don't mind it. Herbert went right here. I don't mind that at all. Real quickly, I'm coming up on my pick here. Hang tight real fast if you don't mind. My team looks really, really balanced. And I am tempted to go... Well, I'm tempted to go quarterback, but we'll see what happens here. I'm clearly drafting with a handful of show players because we got everybody getting ripped. Brooks is an ADP of down here, and he went there. We got guys getting ripped so early on this draft. I still love the team though. The team felt pretty well. These types of drafts were where you're getting a lot of snipage, you just have to take it in a different direction. Do something you normally wouldn't do. Like this team I haven't really drafted, so it's definitely a solid team. Tucker Kraft would be good here. Dak Prescott would be good here. Trevor Lawrence would also be very good right here. I think I'll go Tucker Kraft. This is an absolute balanced monster right here. What else can I do for you, my guy?
One thing I guess I'm worried about is if I don't get like 2 stud running backs pretty early, that if I hit the 3rd round dead zone, then I'll just kind of lose my chance until I get to
dead zone.
The 5th and
there is no dead zone, bro, at all. Look at all the running backs on the board. It's a lighter territory for sure, but it's not a dead zone. You've got in the 3rd round, you've got Breece Hall, you've got Jeremiah Love at the front of the 3rd round. You've got Javante's really good. ETN's a home run at the 3-4 turn. I think round 4 is more of a drier zone than round 3. Round 4 gets brutal. But there's no such thing as dead zone to me because there are always players that you can draft. It's just it gets a little dry. But dead makes it sound like there's like nothing there. Hold on one second.
Love's a stud.
I'm going to go Mahomes here. I love it. Love is a stud. But the 3rd's better than 4. What happens in 4 is you just reach a little bit on a Tootin or something if you have to. But I wouldn't go like into the middle of 4. But you could end of 4 grab one running back that's going in round 5. Tootin's fine at like 4.10, 4.12. But I would try and get him at 5 as much as you can. Bucky's also pretty interesting, like late 4th round guy. But you can get Love at the front. You can get Hall at the front to middle. You can get Javonte in the middle. Although Javante's not my favorite 3rd round player. And then ETN is one of my absolute favorite late 3rd to early to mid 4th round running backs. But you're not wrong that if those get taken, then you just go a different position. But I personally would come out balanced. Come out with a running back, wide receiver, or wide receiver running back if you can. If best player available will allow it.
Yeah, I'm just excited because my buddy, my one money league who invited me, he's like, Jeremiah Love's going to stink and blah, 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 and Neighbors is going to get hurt. So, for me, I'm just chuckling. I'm like, all right, give him to him.
Yeah. Anything else, my boy?
Well, no, I think I'll just ride out the stream and get more knowledge. Thank you.
All right, well, call in if you got another question. I'll be here. Later, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daniel, are we not doing that league, Daniel? Just so I can plan. You said you wanted to do a league. Daniel's like, I'm going to drop a super chat and make you do a league, Smitty. I said, let's see it. Chat, Smitty, 10-man, 2QB, 3. 10-man, 2QB, 3-pick. Bijan, Gibbs gone. Allen is freakish, but is 35 in passer rating. What? Please don't discount in a super flex 2QB. I don't know if it's 2QB mandatory, Daniel, or if you're just saying 2QB. 2QB and super flex are different. Super flex is optional. 2QB is mandatory 2QBs, which makes it even tougher. Is this Daniel? Daniel, the commander? Who's on the phone line here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
what's
here.
up?
My bad.
Daniel, the commander.
Do we have the people to supply the league? Like I've been asking in chat. Like,
remember what I said? Don't fill the league. Let me fill the league, bro. You don't think I could get a league? You don't think I could get a league filled in 7 seconds?
Yeah.
I could get a league filled in 7 seconds, but don't invite people. Let me do the inviting because that would be a nightmare if you go out there trying to pull people in.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let me answer your question here, and then we can talk about that in a second. 35th and don't worry about passer rating. Like, what are you talking about, Josh Allen? What is this? What are you saying here? Tell me about your super chat right here. Or is that not you? That's not you, Daniel. I'm sorry. I thought that was you. That's not your super chat, is it?
No, it's not me.
My fault, Daniel. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was yours. Daniel the Commander. I'm going to time out, so I just had to grab who was in my queue, which this is a wee bit early, but not really because of the draft slot that I'm drafting in. I got to go down and back. Like there's a good chance if I was trying to get, let's say, man, let me see what I'm doing here. Hold on a second, Daniel. 134. Okay. Let's see. I think I know what I'm going to do here. So I got Mahomes, I got Debo, I have Kraft, I have Marvin Harrison Jr., I have Bucky, I got Garrett Wilson, Etienne, Jeanty. I got sniped on Kenneth Walker because it's hard to do this type of build. Where did Kenneth Walker go? I mean, Kenneth Walker, Gainwell. Kenneth Walker, what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, he went right before me. It's hard to do this build. I should have just grabbed him here, but it's hard to do this build when I draft with my people because for some reason they get enjoyment out of ruining their teams to just draft the guys that I'm going to draft. But it doesn't matter because, honestly, Bucky, Keaton Mitchell, if Bucky's my number 2, and I just can't escape a draft with cuffing without going crazy early. As long as he's my 3, I'm not worried about it as much. If he was my 2, I would definitely be more upset about not having it cuffed, but I could care less, I guess, especially with Keaton Mitchell. The monster that is Keaton Mitchell. This super chat, and then I'll answer Daniel's question. I thought Daniel was asking this, but no, I don't know why you would be even talking about Josh Allen and any sort of negative. He's the number 1 overall super flex player to draft in Dynasty or redraft. I don't mind Drake May if you were trying to maybe draft a little more time, but Josh Allen has tons of time left. But Drake May or Josh Allen should be your 1.1. And the fact that you're able to get them, and I love Gibbs and Bijan, but you're going to get them here, I'd smash that all day long. Especially if it's a 2 QB, which is different than Superflex. If it's a Superflex QB instead of a mandatory 2 QBs, then I suppose I'm definitely intrigued by going Gibbs in a 10-man because I think I could still get like Malik Willis and then like a Bo Nix or something probably in that format. But you're getting Josh Allen and you're having all these other players move up because it's a 10-man. I wouldn't hesitate, especially if Gibbs and Bijan are gone. The only pick is May or Josh Allen. So I'll tell you that right now. Thank you for the super chat. And then this one's a $20 hauler by Viral. $20 hauler. Do it live.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Team looks great. I have the 10 spot in my league, $500 buy-in. So it's really the only draft I care about. If you didn't get ETN there, what would you do? What would you have done? Would you have regretted taking AJB over Walker? It's a good question. Let me draft this player and then I'll swing back around and answer that. I'm going to go Stribling here so I don't lose him. I've got Debo and Stribling. I got M.A. Shea. I got Garrett Wilson. I got A.J. Brown. My team is absolutely stacked. I got sniped on May. I got sniped on Gainwell. I got sniped on, what was it over here? Adams. Just nonstop getting sniped, and this team's still rocking it. Just cranking out the massive upside here. If I didn't take ETN here, or if I missed out on him, I don't regret taking AJB and Jeanty because I could have went if I wanted Josh Allen there. And I have no problem going Josh Allen in the 3rd round if I don't love the options. But I do think Garrett Wilson, regardless of this ETN pick, Garrett Wilson would have been good there. And then I could have got Lab McConkey. I could have went ETN and still maybe went Josh Allen. But I think this wide receiver, running back, wide receiver approach from the spot's pretty good. I'm pretty down for this type of build. Let's go with good old Jonah Coleman, who I have to take here because there's no way he'll make it back to me. So I got Keaton Mitchell, Jonah Coleman, Bucky, ETN, and Jeanty. I got AJB, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Debo, and Stribling. I've got Mahomes and Kraft. Pretty good. All right, Daniel, you're live, my man. I'm sorry about making you wait. What can I do for you, pal?
No, you're good, brother. I was called in because I heard you called me out for the league. I mean, I'm definitely down to do the league, bro. Like, we just got to get a date figured out. And
well, you were begging to do it, and then you never heard back from you. But when you told you what?
I emailed you, but I never got it. Like, I went to your thefantasyfootballshow.com and went to your email in there.
Are you sure? Can you do it again right now and make sure I see the email? Because I didn't get it.
Okay. All right. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, do it right now while we're on the phone, and then tell me when you send it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely, you were twisting my arm to do it. Just let me fill the league, though, is what I said over the phone when we were talking about it, or over the chat when we were talking about it. Because let me make sure I handle that mess.
How do I get your email going on the Fantasy Football Show where it says like contact us?
Yeah, just go through that. Like, maybe something didn't go through. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Try it right now before you hang up. Luis with a $50 hauler. Luis.
$50. Give me $50 hauler.
Luis says with his $50 hauler, Drake May finishes QB1 and wins the Super Bowl. That is a bold prediction if I've ever seen one, and deserving of going on the board right now. Luis, you still here? That is a great one. And honestly, you call two things out like that, and there's no way you're not in the final four if that happens. No way. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate you very much. 12-team, 1.2, Bijan, Henry, Rice, Judkins, Warren, May, BTJ, Dobbs, Golden, Debo, Coleman, Harris, Dylan Sampson, Shuck. 2 wide receivers, 2 flexes, 2 running backs, 1 QB. This team is pretty good. But yeah. The only thing I don't love, I'm not a... Is it Tyler Warren? Yeah, it's probably Tyler Warren. Okay, I do like that. I'm not a big Jalen Warren or Judkins person per se. I don't mind Henry. I think he could definitely have another good year. But I think I probably would have went, instead of Judkins, I would have taken a receiver, and then I would have taken like Jonathan Brooks instead of, whatever. Or taken BTJ and Jonathan Brooks. But past that, it's a really good squad. It's a really good squad. I would say...
Oh, my bad. I just sent it to me.
Okay, let me go look at it real quick. Hold on. Let me open it up to see. I don't know why I did. Yeah, there it is. I don't know. Maybe did it maybe not go through? Do you remember seeing it go through?
It said it did, but I don't know. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah.
My email's got Dan in it, so you'll work it out.
I'll email you on it. But yeah, like I said, we'll set the league up, over the course of like a couple days, and then figure out what day. I'll email you back tonight, and you tell me what day. We don't need to settle the day now, but you tell me what day you want to.
Well, I think what we should settle is the buy-in, because a lot of these people are going to the buy-in.
Yeah, I'll handle. I'll just talk to everybody about that in the league. Okay. Yeah. Right. What else you got, Daniel? Anything else?
No, not really. I had a question, but it kind of went upon me before this. I'll go mute, and then I'll think about what I was going to ask.
I timed out. No, what's your question? What? Damn it.
I don't. Hold on. I got to put my team back up. I had a question, but it totally, when we started talking about this, it totally went upon me. Okay. Just go to somebody else, and I'll come back.
Well, I don't have anybody else on the phone line, so just let me know when you're ready. All right. Okay. Dang it, man. I timed out on that. I got to go all the way down and back. I love Mendoza. I'm not planning on Mahomes getting hurt or anything, so I'm not too worried about backing up good old Mahomie here. I'm probably going to consider grabbing Fields just to make it really secure in case Mendoza's not in the lineup, but he'll almost certainly be in the lineup by week number. Oh wait, no, Mahomes is by week 5. Yeah, so I know what I'll do. Yeah, we'll get her done. Get her done. I like this team, though. I like this team a lot. How do you like this team, Daniel? Chat, vote on the team. Scale of Kittle, Pittman. Neither see me, to be honest with you. Pittman, I guess, but I don't want either one of those guys. I'd rather Cyrus Allen or Stribling or, something like that. Daniel, my team is Jeanty, AJB, ETN, Garrett Wilson, Bucky Irving, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tucker Kraft, Patrick Mahomes, Debo Samuel, Keaton Mitchell, Stribling, Coleman, timed out on Algier, Mendoza.
I love it, but I'm a big and this is gonna spark some speculation because of me and Travis. I'm a big AJB down guy this year. I don't know what it is. I like AJB, but I just don't think AJB is what he used to be.
You don't like AJB if you're saying you don't like AJB. I mean,
I'm down. Like last year I had Hurts and AJB in a stack. I like AJB. He's okay. He's still great. Don't get me wrong, he's great. I just don't know if AJB's elite anymore. I don't know if
I disagree with you. I think he's gonna have a monster year, my boy.
I get that.
But I'm not gonna put all my
great legs compared to most people do. Yeah.
I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket though.
Right.
Yeah, Crypto, you're gonna go in timeout probably. I'm sure Maud already hit you. Yeah, Maud already hit you in timeout for I think just 60 seconds. But you stop spamming the chat over and over, bro. You get not only might you get timed out by Maud, you might get timed out just automatically by doing that. Luis, thank you again for the super chat. Did I read this one yet? Rate this 12 team. Yeah, that was the one. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, I just don't like Judkins. That's it. Phone line's open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
This team is pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know what my favorite team is here, to be honest. I feel like some people drafted strangely. We've got to make another quarterback selection. This will get me by. I think Brissett will be in there, or Mendoza's in there for week 5. I'll have one of the two. I could still take Fields if I wanted, but I don't think I want to. Running backs look fantastic. Wide receivers look unbelievable on the clock here with this pick here. And I'm probably going to roll with I believe I need a tight end. I'll go Gunnar Helm. Hammer, you're live, but hold on 1 second. Let me merge Double T. Double T, mute yourself, please. I'll be right with you. Thank you, Double T. All right, Hammer, you're live.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown, borderline could push maybe even that 12th spot in the first round. I mean, I think he is just going to go absolutely crazy in New England this year. Stephon Diggs, had over 1,000 yards, and AJ Brown's there's a whole different breed. They're not even on the same wavelength. And it's Drake May is, which he's shown to be, especially downfield, where AJ Brown,
Yeah, I agree with you. Daniel, I don't know why you don't like AJB, man. I haven't heard any logic behind it. No offense. Just that you don't think he'll do it.
He likes May now, so you should like AJB.
I'm higher on May than I have it. I don't know, man.
You got your headset on again? You got your headset on again?
I don't.
Okay.
You not hear me?
Scuba diving stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever listened to yourself back on the show?
Not really.
I can't really explain it. It sounds like you're in a fish tank or something. Always, it's strange.
I have no idea why. Literally, I have no idea why.
Or it's like you're talking through a towel. That's like this.
Yeah,
This is
muffled.
I don't know what you're talking about when you're
Is that better?
it's only better for a few seconds, whatever you do, and then it's always back. Which makes me think. Hold on.
It's like you're talking to a cow.
Why is the background of the show going on?
I am in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
I live in Mississippi now, in the middle of nowhere. So it might just be reception. I have no idea.
He's clear right now. I'm telling you, he's doing something with the phone. He's going like this, and then he puts it in something. Or you're putting it down, and the speaker's on the table or something. You're doing something physically because we can hear you clear, and then all of a sudden you go back into fish tank mode. There's got to be something you're doing.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if that has something to do with anything. Right now, I have it up to my ears. I don't have it on speaker. I don't know if that helps.
All right. Love the dedication, Rove. Who you picking higher, more consistently, Bucky or Price? I mean, Bucky goes before Price, but I want both of them. I want a rotation of them, and at cost of entry, want the rotation. Bucky goes in 5, top of 5, middle 5. Price goes in top of 6 or mid 6, so they're not even the same question. So the answer is both of them, and you can draft them both on the same team. But don't be taking one over the other because you don't need to. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're drafting, but I honestly don't think you're going to run into much on that. What was I going to say? AJB, I don't know. I forget. How many touchdowns did you say, Hammer? And how many yards? Are you there, Hammer?
Oh.
Here, Johnny, mute yourself. I'll be right with you.
Yeah, he's trying to talk to you right now.
Hammer, are you there?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up? How many yards and how many touchdowns for AJB?
I didn't know if I was like live. I didn't know if I was like speaking to anyone or I was like talking to myself.
I don't know. Maybe we were asking about you and we couldn't hear you, but you're back.
Purgatory.
You went to purgatory.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was in like another universe. I think he has 1,100. I think he has 14 touchdowns.
Receptions?
I'm gonna go 102. Might actually be high, but
all right, that's Hammer. Travis?
I'll go 90, 1250, and 10.
Daniel?
I'm sorry, we're listening. What's the question?
AJ. Hold on, maybe this will help. I know the mix up here. AJ Brown. What are the receptions, yards, and touchdowns?
AJB.
Where?
88. 1,050. 9 touchdowns.
Okay. And then who else is on the phone line here? Johnny. Johnny, what are the projections here for you for AJB?
I think he catches 100 balls, 1,200 yards, and 12 touchdowns. And I think he can actually go above that, but that's what I think is pretty realistic for him.
Yeah. Okay. And then who's the 4-3-8 or 4-3? No, hold on. 4-3-4 caller.
Delane.
What's up, my boy? You're live. What is your AJB projection? Delane? Did you say Pam or Pan?
Oh,
Delane.
Delane? Okay. Go ahead.
Projection. I'm trying to get him right now. That's why I have my question about.
Well, just throw out what you think AJB will do. Receptions, yards, touchdowns, just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say say 85 and 11 to 12 because they got a lot of wide receivers, so they kind of spread the ball around. So, but
They don't have a lot of wide receivers.
I mean, they don't have a lot, but it seemed like they spread the ball around a lot more. But
Well, they didn't have but to be fair, they didn't have any wide receivers last year. And now they have AJB. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of hard to judge Drake May when he had like literally no one that he could gravitate toward.
Yeah, if they're smart, I think they're gonna get him the ball.
How many touchdowns?
If they get him the ball, I could say 12 top, 10 minimum.
All right. These are all pretty heavy duty projections. I'd say the average. Well, let's throw mine down. I'm gonna say 13 touchdowns. This will be me. I'm gonna say 13 touchdowns. 12, 10, and 95. That's what I'm going to say. Daniel. Oh, I think Daniel dropped. Daniel lost reception. Daniel, call back if you want. We're here for you. Call back, Daniel.
All right. I just don't see a world how he doesn't doesn't succeed. I don't understand.
So
finished top 5.
This is 91. So this is the average one, right? The average at the top, 91 receptions. 1100 plus 1250 plus 1050 plus 1200 plus 1210 plus 1150 divided by, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1160. And this is probably gonna be pretty accurate. I mean, we this is a big pool that we're doing here.
Good sample, yeah.
14 plus 10 plus 9 plus 12. A lot of conservative numbers in here. A lot of big numbers. Divided by 6 would be 11.6. Yeah, that's the average right here.
So, all right, let me see what that would have been last year. So,
my guess, calculate it. My guess is
11.5.
Okay. My guess is that's going to be wide receiver 9 or 8.
So 276. Let's lead up.
Daniel is on that Boost Mobile, says Luis. I don't know. Daniel, call back if you're there, my guy. I don't mind that you sound like you're talking to the towel. We appreciate it.
Wide receiver 6, just ahead of Olave.
Jeez. Which is a down year for receivers and injuries and all that, but still. Yep. Let me get Rock out in here. Rock out, mute yourself. Be right with you, pal. Yeah, I don't know why Daniel doesn't like HAB.
I think that's, if as long as he plays, say, 15 games, I think that's a pretty safe bet. Like, I think he can go higher. I mean, I think he could have 100, 1,400, and.
Well, what would Daniel's projections put him at? 90, or no, 88, 10, 50, and 9. What would that put him at? Like wide receiver 13?
Plus, that would be 247. That's wide receiver 7, just after Olave.
So Daniel, you got
a big drop. Wow.
Daniel,
so Olave
you got him
had 269 and Flowers had 240. So it was almost a 30-point drop.
So Daniel had him in the top 7. So he should have been. Daniel, you should love him at that second round pick. All right, let's go through
2024.
Let's go through this real quick. Jeremiah Love Hammer. Let's go through projections for him. Jeremiah Love. Let me pull up this guy's mug. Put him on screen.
I think he has rushing 1050.
1050.
I think he has 12 rushing touchdowns. I think he has 400 receiving yards, 6 receiving touchdowns.
Whoa. Do it live. 18 scores.
That's pushing 20 touchdowns.
All right. Travis.
I'll say let's go 1,100 on the ground. I think he's going to do good on the ground. 1,100. I'll say I'll go 6 touchdowns as well. Then let's give him 40 receptions for. And Hammer's right about where I am. I'll go 450. I'll go one up on him.
And how many receptions, Hammer? Real quick, Hammer.
Actually,
Daniel, why didn't you call back in?
I don't have that down pat.
You know what? I'm gonna change it. Actually, let's go 40. Let's do 350. 40 for 350.
All right. And Daniel, the answer to your question is Amon-Ra St. Brown by a mile. 350? Okay.
Yeah, 350 receiving and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Oh, you said you're going to do 6 like Hammer. You had 6 rushing, 6 receiving?
I had 12 rushing touchdowns. I had 6.
Yeah, the receiving yards I was saying was like Hammers. Sorry. The 6 rushing touchdowns and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Okay. And again, Daniel said Amon-Ra or Nico and Omar Cooper. Omar Cooper doesn't. I like him, but he doesn't even move the needle on going from Amon-Ra down to Nico. Like that's a big drop, bro. You can't. That's like chump change to throw into a deal. Like you're getting crushed on that trade. Amon-Ra St. Brown's the better side by a country mile. Okay, Johnny, what's your projection here on Love?
Love, I think he's going to break 1,000. I think he's definitely going to break 1,000, but I really don't have a projection other than that.
All right.
Well, make one. Come on. Bear down.
All right.
Real.
All right. Let's do 1,150 yards with 10 touchdowns. I think he's going to have an additional 350 yards with 4 touchdowns.
How many receptions?
How many catches? Yeah, how many catches?
Probably 35, 40.
Okay.
Let's do 40. 45.
Let's do it. 40. Let's do 45. It's like on Wolf of Wall Street when he's like, trying to get that guy to invest, and he's like, "How about 2?" And he's like, "Let's do 3." All right.
I know it was preseason, but
have some fun.
Like he looked ridiculous. He looked like a I don't know, like one of these robots.
All right. Double T. What is your projection for Love? I forgot you were there. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, good. I'm gonna give him 950.
Oh, you had to ruin.
I know. I understand. And I'm just factoring in what they might do with Algier in the first 4 games. So I'm saying 950, 7 touchdowns.
Party pooper.
400 in the air with 3 touchdowns from the air.
Receptions.
42.
So exact. Like it. All right. I'm going to say 10. I think I already did this a minute ago, didn't I? 10. 11. I think I said 11. 11, 10 is my No. I'm like double T. I'm seeing something here. 11-20. I'm gonna say. I'm going to say 8 touchdowns on the ground. And I think this is where I'm a little bit higher because everyone's been all over the place and I haven't been highest on these two categories yet. But I think the receptions, I think it's going to be like 55 to 65 or something crazy.
You might be right.
And I think this is going to be more along the lines of like 490 to 500 or something. And then I'm going to say he scores another 4 touchdowns. So that'll give him a whopping 12. We don't need to average this one up, but I mean, we're all pretty high on him. And rock out there.
I think you should average it out, Smitty. Why not?
Well, just a minute ago, you didn't even want to partake in it. You're like, I'm not going to project anything here. What do you think I am? You're going to give away?
I was doing a slow draft. All
right.
Do the rushing averages. I'll do the receiving averages.
Well, let's get Rock out in here. Rock out. Hit me with it, my boy.
Give me 11-25 rushing. Give me 9 rushing.
He has to go what?
5 receiving. Give me 47 receptions.
For how many yards?
320.
I like how Rockout goes 5 yards above mine, 1 touchdown above, 1 touchdown above.
One-upper.
You one-upper? All right.
I'm not Mr. One-upper. I'm not Mr. One-upper.
How many did he say?
47.
Hammer, you said 40 receptions for him, right? 40?
Yeah.
Okay. I can add it up, Travis, if you want to just write it down. Whatever works.
Yeah, either way.
3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. That's 25 touchdowns divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people now. That is 3.5 receiving touchdowns. Is that correct? Did I add that right? Hold on. 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 divided by... Oh, only 6 people. Why did I get 7? That's 4.16, Travis. Touchdowns receiving. 400 plus 350 plus 350 plus 400 plus 490 plus 320 is 1995. Divided by 6 is 332.5. He's going to be running back 2. He's going to be running back 2. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's the only one that would have beaten him last year. He's going to be running back 2 with these numbers, by the way. Receptions, 40 plus 40 plus 45 plus 42 plus 55 plus 47. 269 divided by 6. That's 44.8. 45 is fine. And then 12 plus 6 plus 10. 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 52. Divided by 6 is 8.6. Did you do the yards already?
No, I didn't do the yards.
All right, so 1125 plus 1120 plus 950 plus 1150 plus 1100 plus 1050 is 6,495 yards. That's a nice ring to it. Divided by 6, 1082.5. 1082.5. That's got to be Christian McCaffrey might beat him. But that has to be number 2.
So how many points would it be?
Oh, I didn't I didn't calculate that. I was just giving you the yards. Or giving you the numbers. Was I supposed to write them down?
Only 1,800-yard rusher to beat him.
I didn't write anything down.
Oh.
That's right. Well, it was a good exercise. I'm going to conclude as running back 2. I can do it again if you want. Outside of Gibbs, Hammer with the Hammer time Hammer time message, $20 super chat. Thank you, Hammer.
Super chat alert.
Hammer says outside of Gibbs. Where did that message go? There it is. Outside of Gibbs, Chase, and Bijan, thoughts on St. Brown if I wanted to rip it at 4 or 5? I mean, look, Travis will tell you A-okay on that. He's definitely the right person to ask on how safe is he. The only reason, and I've said this like 2 nights in a row because this has kind of come up, the only reason I go with another player like JT or Jeanty or JSN for me, for sure, is because I want the chance of the number 1 overall player at the position. And I don't know that St. Brown is ever going to be less than 6 or 8 or 5 or whatever, but I don't know he's ever going to be 1. Whereas JT could either be hurt and not even top 20, or he could be number 1 like he was for majority of the year last year. Or I think Jeanty, so that's kind of the way I work, and I'm willing to risk it a little more to get the number 1 player, whereas some people are very steady. Like Travis is a lot more steady Eddie than me, safe. I'll put, I'll push all my chips in on a hand where Travis will calculate and probably, play blackjack really slowly, if I had to guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's so much like being like wrecked. It's more just, for me, it's kind of common sense. I don't want to lose in the first round. And again, like you saw JT, who was going to finish RB1, but like Daniel Jones goes down and JT's like not even playable. Like, I mean, really, he wasn't. And like, for me, the JSN is just preference. Like I just. Yeah.
I mean, you could say St. Brown is constantly hurt, but he plays on it. Like, that's for sure. But he is a completely aggressive, like, younger player that can get away with that. But he's played with, like, muscle separating from the bone. Like, and that's what's great about him is he keeps playing. But, I mean, the predicting of, like, Danny Dimes getting hurt again versus like St. Brown missing 4 games finally, I think is pretty relatively even. But I do love St. Brown. I mean, he's consistent as can be, but he is kind of one of those guys where you're like, damn, he's playing hurt and like he still stays in. That's great. That's like when people say, Puka Nacua, you can't get mad that he lives in the 10 if he goes back on the field. Yeah, yes and no. There's a lot of injuries that can add up, but I don't think you can argue one way or the other, to be honest. I mean, someone wants St. Brown at 4. I don't have a problem with that. JSN, to me, is just dominated everywhere he's gone, and he's the number 1 option on the roster, and I don't think anything's going to change. They move him around all over the field, so double-teaming him, bracketing, you can't bracket him. You can't do anything to him. And he's done this his entire career. Through college. Every wide receiver room he stepped in, he just excels when no one expects him to be the 1. I think, and the other thing too is I think we're only scratching the surface. I think he's going to get better. I don't think he's the best he's ever been. I think JSN is going to get even better. So, but St. Brown,
really quick, if I just calculated all this right, he would actually be running back 9.
9?
I think.
No.
I'm wrong.
I mean, he only had 1,100 yards.
Yeah, but we have
1083 on the average for rushing yards. 13 touchdowns on the average for total touchdowns. 385 on receiving yards and 45 receptions.
I guess I am not considering that. Damn it, Johnny. That 950.
Cook had 1,600 last year.
That 950 and 7 TDs is. I'm not factoring that in. What would Travis?
Wait.
What would?
No, that's TT.
Or was it T? Double T? I'm sorry, Johnny. What would
double
my
messed it up, the ratio?
What would my projection put him at? 11, 28 touchdowns. I can calculate it real quick. Because I guess so when I said that,
12,
look, 9 in
112.
I actually looked something up right now that I looked up LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, his rookie year. He went into a kind of a bad situation. I feel like Love and him are
No, he's not in a bad situation, Johnny. He's not in a bad. Stop saying that. Why is everybody so not knowing what they're talking about on this? He's not in a bad situation.
You're not always the best listener, Smitty. Because if you would have continued listening, you would have known that I was talking about LT.
Yeah, but you're saying he went into a bad situation in somewhat of an insinuation.
You're not talking about the Arizona Cardinals team in real life.
I'm talking about LT went into a bad situation, and that they're similar players.
I know,
out
but
of college, and then I'm going to, and I was just about to say, that Love is in a arguably better situation with really good pieces around him.
Well, the way you started that out definitely sounded. I'm sorry, it sounded like you were saying he's in a bad situation too. That's the way it came out. But okay. I hear you.
Smitty, I mean, he was in a bad enough situation to be the fourth rounder, but he's not. I think he's in a pretty good situation as far as having some pretty decent
really good
pieces around him.
What would this?
The only reason why I only had him at 6 rushing touchdowns is because I think that will be the one place Algier might take a couple from him. But,
yeah, I guess Travis.
I also think that you got Wilson, MHJ, Ian McBride, who are big bodies in the red zone, so they're going to have a lot of touchdowns. But so Smitty, yours would be 288 points. That would put him at wide receiver 7.
Running back 7.
Running back 7.
Okay. Yeah, it was feeling like it was going to be number 2 because I was looking at the 12. I was looking at the 10 rushing. I'm like, these are big numbers, but I wasn't really fully considering what the 950 was doing with the 7 and 6. And I'll be honest, I hate to nudge the projections, but I don't think it's good enough.
I feel like I'm a little low.
I think we're probably looking more along the lines of I want to adjust mine. I normally don't adjust them. The projections are normally the projections, but sometimes I'm projecting low because I think he's. Let's say this is 9 touchdowns rushing. Let's say this is 11. I'm just going to go up a little bit. 1150 rushing here. 50. Yeah, 61 receptions for 550.
I'd like to change mine.
Yeah, I hate moving it, but I don't like where it's putting him. This would put him at. I'm not even sure if I'm going to leave it here, but this would be 115 plus.
13 total touchdowns. 78 for the touchdowns. For the total touchdowns.
So it'd be 309. 309 is what this would be.
That's wide receiver 6.
Running back 6. Okay.
Running back. I'm sorry. I keep saying.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't want to nudge him with 2, but I just want. He's going to be 4 or 5.
So Smitty, I still haven't even made my point. So let me make my point. My point is this. My point is that him and LT kind of have similar profiles coming out of college, and I think that there's a very good chance that he could get some of these same numbers. We're very close to what I said, because LT had 1236. This is what he finished on: 10 touchdowns, 59 receptions, 367 yards. LT was in a worse situation. He's in a better situation.
Yeah.
So hard.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. I got you. 61 is wild. How's 61 wild, bro? 17 games. It's 3.5 catches a game.
That's where I was going to actually go up. I was going to bump him up to 8 rushing touchdowns, but I was going to go to 50 catches and 450 yards. When you mentioned the receiving work, that's a good point. I think he's going to be better on that.
I mean, he caught 2. What did he catch? 3 catches in the preseason game in a very small amount of time. You don't think he can catch 3.5 a game? I mean, they're going to use the hell out of him. He's going to be used like crazy.
Talking about running back real quick, Chase Brown. Like, I have him in top 5 for running backs for me. That might be a little rich for you, but
where? What did you say?
I have Chase Brown in top 5.
Yeah, I have him 5 or 6 in redraft now.
Definitely could be. Definitely could be.
You know, I just didn't think the 2 up top are locks, but I mean, there's like 3 guys that, I mean, obviously you make a case for it. Again, I'm not saying he's better than, like, physically, like, better than these players, but yeah, it's obviously the environment, but I feel almost like the safest with him, with still having a pretty high ceiling.
Yeah, the thing about Love to me is that he has the makings of any of the big rookie years we've ever seen. I think he could be as good as any rookie that we've seen. But you always have situations that's going to tug and pull on how productive and how efficient they are and how many carries they actually get. And his situation, kind of the point of the live stream, is just laughing in the face of all the negative Noahs out there that are continuously talking about how this situation is like so bad, which they're all backtracking on like in droves right now. But you'd hear nothing but, oh, you know, if he was in a better spot, or I'm going to avoid him. The Cardinals last year, no matter what I post, whether it's an Instagram post or a YouTube, it looks like still about 40 to 50% are people saying, no thanks, I'm out, I'll pass. I thought it would be different after last night. It's not. A little bit, but it's not. But a lot of people that did say very, very bluntly, like, we're not going near him, blah, blah, blah. They're turning the page back and trying to do a mulligan because they knew what they saw. If you open your eyes, we had a guy last night that called in that was arguing with me saying that he doesn't think Love's going to be as good as I'm saying, and that he doesn't think he's, you know, deserving of it. And we asked him, I said, did you watch the game? He goes, no, I didn't watch. And I'm like, you're literally on the phone line trying to argue with me about what Love will or will not be this year, and you didn't even watch any of the game, and you actually decided to call on and you might say, well, maybe he doesn't watch the preseason. No, he called on the reaction show. Like, we literally went live as soon as the game was over, celebrating what Love did, and he called in, and he's like, he's not going to be as good as you say he's going to be. Okay, did you watch the game? No. So you didn't see any of those magical plays. Watch how he moves, and not that you haven't watched it in college, but it is different, and he's maturing every day. Every day he's getting better. These players grow so fast when they touch the NFL field, get the NFL coaching, the NFL training, all of that, and you already can see the progression in him. But this guy was actually on the phone line arguing with me on the reaction show the moment the game ended, and he hadn't even watched the game. He didn't know what Love did, nothing. Just unbelievable.
I would say you could really just have someone watch him run the 40-yard dash and be like, it's like something I've never seen before.
Yeah. Can we do a Jeanty? Can we do a Jeanty now, real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the timer here because we're gonna try, and if there's an extender, that'd be great. If not, then that's okay too. But let me just it's got 11 minutes on there. That's good enough. Okay. Let me go over to the screen that I was just on. All right, Jeanty. Where was I? There we go. Let's go in order. Hammers, and we're just going to move these numbers around. So Hammer, go ahead. Jeanty.
I think he has 1250 rushing. I think he has 11 rushing.
1250 and 11. Okay.
I think he has 375 in the air.
And receptions?
35. and I think he has 5. No, so I think he has 6 receiving touchdowns.
6, okay. I'm going to throw mine out here first and then go back over to Travis. I'm going to say that Jeanty has...
What, like 1,300?
I'm thinking 1,350 to 1,450. I don't know which one. Because I think he can lead the league in rushing. And I think that you say 1,350, it sounds like such a big number, but the leading rusher... What did Cook have last year?
Nope. I'm with you.
Like 1,600 something?
1621.
1621. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Viral, thank you for the super chat. Viral, the phone lines are open in a second. One second. How can we get in the league going for Daniel? Luis, I'll let you know on that. I'll get to these other super chats real quickly. You said what? 16 what?
He had 1621.
I'm going to say 1445. Rushing touchdowns. $12. Receptions. This one's a tough one because it's like, you know, Bijan had, what was it, 70, 71, I think?
79.
And I don't know that he'll have that, but I certainly think he's not in the 50s. I think he could have 65 receptions. I think he could be he could be the best receiving back in the league. So I'm torn. I'm torn on making this number much bigger. And then if we put down 65 and then per catch, let's say so that'd be like 4, let's say I'm going to put 500. And then receiving touchdowns, I'm going to say 3. But no, 4. I'll put 4. Wow. Okay, tell me that number isn't running back 2. That it's got to be.
So I'm really close to you with these numbers. What I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
So at 1350 and 12. And then I was going to have exactly the same, 65 and 500, but I had 6 receiving touchdowns.
65 and 500.
Yep, same as you had for that. But I had 6 receiving touchdowns. So 1,850 total yards with 18 touchdowns.
All right, Johnny.
So I'm lower on him than all of you guys.
Oh, Johnny, you're going to drag the whole average down, damn it. This is why the average is good, though, because you can't, but go ahead, Johnny. Drop the bet on us.
Well, my point being, though, the Raiders are the Raiders, and they're in a league, or excuse me, they're in a division that has 3 of the most elite defenses. So he's gonna have a tough time for 8 of his games, possibly. And so I got 1,075 yards. Then I have 500 touchdowns. And then touchdowns, I think he could get 10. And then I think he has close to 500 yards receiving. So let's do 450 receiving and probably 4 receiving touchdowns.
Why does everybody forget receiving?
So do you kind of have him it sounds like it's worse than what he did this past year? Because I don't think when you said they're the Raiders, they're not really the Raiders. That team last year.
I hate that line. I hate that when
that was the most inept offense I've ever seen, and it's not a single soul
they're going to
still
win
there.
6 or 7 games.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
I get you, Hammer. I know what you're saying, but I also think that he's going to have, these are improved numbers than what he did last year.
What? Real quickly, you didn't say receptions. Everybody always forgets receptions. And how many touchdowns? Receiving?
Four receiving touchdowns, and probably I think he's going to get a lot of checkdowns, and so I'm going to say probably close to 50 receptions, maybe 55.
All right,
let's do 55.
Double T, hit us with it. Don't let us down.
This is Jeanty. This is 1445.
Attaboy.
1445. 12 touchdowns on
That's
the
what
ground.
I said. You're just repeating my line here. But okay.
But you cut it. I was supposed to go first before you. You cut. So this was really my take. But 55 catches. We'll go 55 catches for, let's do 580 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 receptions.
Yards for catch is crazy. Okay, I like it. So I did mine 1445. I think I want to do 1446 now. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
One upper.
One up you. One up you. Rock out. Hold on. We got 2 extenders here. People want to talk Jeanty tonight. I'll tell you that. 2 extenders. One from Travis. Someone throw another extender. Let's get a double. So this is going to add with viral going with another that's going to put us at 1330 plus the additional 2. We're at 1530 with the back-to-back extender. Thank you, gentlemen, for doing that. Appreciate you. Let me hit the button real quickly.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended 5 minutes due to a $20.
Thank you guys for that. And just real quickly, because my super chatters have been waiting, let me just answer these real quickly. Sorry, guys. Algier. Also, if Algier goes down, love to Andromeda Galaxy. I don't even think that needs to happen. If Algier goes down, they're still going to use the other running backs in a similar way. I know what you're saying.
Hang on, Luis.
Luis dropping a $100 super chat. Luis, you're an absolute savage. Thank you, sir. That puts us at.
Smitty.
That puts us at. Someone help me with the math here this late at night. 14. So
5.
25 plus. So
25. Yeah, 25 plus. What was it? 11.
I think
11
we're at
12.
14 minutes. 14 plus. What do we say? 25. So we'll just round it to. We'll just put it 40. I don't know. 40, 30. I just leave it whatever the extra minutes are. Okay. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate you. Look at that. Look at the time just goes from the show almost ending to 40 minutes left, which means we could do another draft, by the way. We could definitely do another draft.
I knew someone would send if I got it started.
Right. Thank you, Travis, for triggering it. And thank you, Hammer, for dropping additional trigger. What?
I sent in a members chat. You never answered.
You're pretty. Is this Double T or Johnny?
Johnny.
Johnny, you got a little tone with me tonight. Smitty. That's okay. Yeah. Johnny, I don't care because I got a tone every night. So you're right in mine.
I have to meet you at your energy, or I can't get a word in.
You're doing a pretty good job tonight. You're doing okay. So I'll get to your member question in a second.
I'm just saying, I pay every month. You get my money every month, but you never get my. You've never read one of mine members' questions ever.
This guy. All right, let's pull it up. Can I read Luis's $100 super chat first? It's okay if I corruptly prioritize real quick.
Should.
Okay. Friday night.
Suggestion box on you.
What, Travis?
He's emptying the suggestion box on you tonight.
Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to go to Hammer real quick after this. So Hammer, don't go anywhere. Friday night with the fam never felt so good. Might be 91 outside, but still got some sick picks. Drake May to the moon. I was wrong about AJB. All you need is love. Shout out to the community, the people. By the way, on that note, I had to replace my AC today. So the whole house was like 98 degrees while they're replacing it. was a big chunk of change. I had to get an air handler and an AC unit because I have gas for heat. So you have to have an air handler. So it's a big mess, but as cold as can be in our house. In our house, because it's like 110 to 119 degrees in Arizona, depending on the day, my AC unit could only get the house down to about 82, 83. And that was during the heat. And so it was on all day. And if you go out there, you know how you have a condensation drip from your AC unit? I don't know who knows much about their AC units, but it was just like flowing like pretty much water instead of like a drip. It was like, and I had like moss all growing all over. The AC was just going crazy. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate that super chat. And then he dropped an additional $20 super chat to add another 5 minutes, so that'll put us at 42-43, I believe. Okay, thank you, Luis. Appreciate you very much, young man. Luis to the moon. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
All right, real quickly, let me just get through these super chats. Then I'm going to go ask Hammer a question, then Travis a question, then go around the phone line. So just hang tight real quickly. He says, one more for Travis. He does more for anyone than Smitty, of course, but other than Smitty, of course, deserves a bold take. Thank you. Travis, you get a bold take on Luis. What are we thinking about Buka and the turf toe? I thought about going live on a separate show and ending this one and going live, but I just can't do that right now, obviously. But I probably do an early morning video on this. But Buka's toe came back as a sprain, not turf toe or anything. They didn't talk about turf toe at all. So it does feel like it's a small, mild sprain. And so I'll update everybody. I didn't do it because there's probably going to be a little bit more information that comes out on it, but it's all good news today. So congrats on anybody that didn't freak out on the toe injury, but we should be able to continue to get him at a little bit of a discount because I don't think people are really on top of what's going on. Not to mention, like, I didn't even go live on that small piece of news because they're just hinting that it's a sprain, but there could be more information tomorrow, which is why I didn't rush to go live on it. But thank you for that question. Chuck says also, Algier. Oh, I read that one already. This one here, Dynasty Superflex, Mahomes, Rice, Wilson, Bucky, please. Dynasty Superflex, rank. Oh, rank. The answer is why is this freaking out on me? The answer is Mahomes for sure. Mahomes is like a borderline first round pick, JT, in a Superflex. Like, you just got it. You can't even consider these other guys. Past that, I think I probably go. You guys, Hammer, you like Wilson or Rice more in Dynasty? Because you're a big Rice guy this year, but I think you don't love him in Dynasty, right? Because you don't trust him that long. Do you like Garrett Wilson more? Getting a quarterback probably next.
I like Garrett Wilson more than Michael Wilson, but
no, Rice and Garrett Wilson. Rice and Garrett Wilson.
Rice.
Okay. Travis, you like Rice or Garrett Wilson long-term Dynasty?
Man, I think Garrett Wilson.
I think I do too.
I think I like Rice better this year, but
yeah, for sure.
Garrett Wilson.
I like Rice, but I keep telling you guys, I close my eyes and I can't see anything when I picture Rice's future. I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to say I'm some tarot card reader. I'm just saying that I don't. I get a vibe that I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't mean he won't. I won't. Like I said, Martin McFly playing the guitar and his family's disappearing on the picture. Like, it might reappear. I might look down and Rice shows up again. I'm not sure, but right now I just think Garrett Wilson's going to do really well this year. I was down on Garrett Wilson a little more than I should have been. And I'm starting to feel good enough about what the Jets look like, even backup quarterback, the rookie, even can move the ball enough. Garrett Wilson grabs, I think, 3 snags today. It looked really good doing it, or 2 for 40 or something like that. Garrett Wilson looked really good though today. Looked really good. He's looked good in practice. So I think that he gets a quarterback. Who Travis? You still like? Who's your Hammer? Who's your favorite rookie QB again?
Lenore Sellers.
Yeah, so like if Sellers were the quarterback for New York and Mike McDaniel comes over as head coach after a one and done in LAC, are you team Garrett Wilson over Rice if that played out that way?
If I have Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
I'd roll with that.
Can you guys imagine? That might be a show we do, is trying to predict where Mike McDaniel is in 2027. Just sit here for 3 hours cooking it up in a lab.
I mean, that's how big he is. That's like he moves the needle that much.
You know who's been getting a lot of talk lately for QB is Darian Mensah, the kid at Miami this year.
Yeah.
People seem to like him.
Can you imagine that?
There's so many names, and the Jets have 3 first-round picks already.
Mute yourself real quick, DJ. I'll be right with you. Yeah, okay. And then Dynasty Superflex, that's my answer there. I got 2 more Super Chats, and then we'll go over to these projections. Travis, did you have a chance to add these up at all, or do we need to add it together?
No, I haven't added them.
Okay.
Sorry.
8-man, no, it's all right. 8-man, 2 QB flex, May, Burrow. 2 Drake Mays is unbelievable. But with Burrow, May, Burrow, Achane, Judkins, Amon-Ra, Ibuka, Pickens, Trees. Guys, I'm feeling, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like Pickens, and I know Hammer, we talked about this the other night too. But I have a feeling that Pickens, and this is not a knock on Lamb. Lamb could still be 7 or 8, And no, Dak doesn't have to be number 1 or 2 or even 3 to do this. We calculate. I showed all the numbers. You just need to be like a top, probably for number 5 and number 6 wide receivers. If Lamb was 6 and Pickens was 5, let's say, you do have to produce top 10 numbers with that kind of production, probably. But you don't even have to be number 3. You could be like 5 or 6. I just have a feeling Pickens is going to be inside the top 4. I just think he's going to have a remarkable season. It's again not a knock on Lamb at all. They can both ball out. I think Pickens will be possessed. I think he's one of the best second-round picks right now.
So I'm about to click accept on a trade. And pull it up.
This one. Does it get you getting Pickens?
Yes, it's me getting Pickens. It's in Dynasty. It is. I give up Amon-Ra and Jadarian Price, and it's a 3 wide receiver league.
Amon and Price. I like Price a lot in Dynasty, but okay.
Me too. I get back Pickens, Chase Brown.
What?
Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, you smashed that.
Wait. You might have run something like this by me, but I forgot if you did. You're telling me.
So last night I ran by part of it, but I got Wandale put in.
A little bit of a take a lap for even trying to negotiate that, because you could have lost the whole deal. But wow.
I just accepted it, actually.
Like, here's the thing, Travis. I want, and this is not a knock on Amon-Ra, just like it's not a knock on Lamb, but I kind of want Pickens more than Amon-Ra for Dynasty, just because I just think Pickens is going to that level, and what's the age difference between Amon-Ra and Pickens? I have that on my age.
Only a year, like a year and 2 months or something.
A year and 2 months. There's still nothing wrong with liking Pickens more than Amon-Ra in Dynasty. I'm just telling you,
I don't necessarily, but
Chase Brown.
It's the voicemail league that you're in, and I'm contending. And
great trade. I mean,
granted, now Kenny's team. I know you've seen it. His team is ridiculous.
His team is ridiculous.
It made my team. Well,
yeah.
now he has Chase, Jamar Chase, Puka, Amon-Ra, and Lamb.
I'm going to go around the phone line on this. I'll start with Hammer, but then go around the entire phone line. Short answer, you could do like a 1 sentence or 2 sentence answer if you want. Hammer, Amon-Ra, or Pickens in Dynasty? Just that 1 for 1.
Amon-Ra.
Okay. By a lot? By a little?
I think it's kind of significant. Just, again, he does it every year, and the age difference, again, we don't know what Pickens' situation is going to be, what Dak's going to be. Like, you know what St. Brown is going to be. And
I think
doing it.
Yeah, I think Pickens is going to be so great, but I understand that for sure. All right, Johnny, Amon-Ra or Pickens and how much of a difference in Dynasty? I think I'll be.
I would have smashed Amon-Ra. And if it wasn't for last year, I would have smashed Amon-Ra in a second. Wouldn't have even thought twice. Now I like Pickens for Dynasty.
Okay, and okay. All right. I like that. I like that you're on my side on that one, Johnny.
Yeah.
Double T, Pickens or Amon-Ra Dynasty. I'm not asking about this trade. We all know this trade's a smash. Pickens or okay.
Not by a little bit, but Amon-Ra always top 5.
Okay, I hear you. I got you. I don't blame anybody for taking steady Eddie Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I still think he's ahead of Pickens, but I think I had to do that trade though, right? I think
you had to.
Everyone on the phone line agrees you would do that trade.
I mean, for me, Travis.
I'm curious.
Oh yeah, chat or phone line. You can say if you disagree, but Chase Brown over Price is worth that downgrade if you do think it's a downgrade, right? Everybody on the phone line.
Yeah, I mean that's you're smashing that trade.
Okay.
And somebody got fleeced.
Well, he could afford to do it.
Yeah, he is.
His team is so loaded.
Yeah. If he does in fact think Amon-Ra is that much better, then he is. His team is amazing in that league, by the way. I mean,
although his running backs, if Price is good, he's good. But his running backs went from Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, Jeremiah Love, which is awesome. Kenneth Walker, Jeremiah Love, Price. But still,
yeah,
with the team he has, he can afford.
Yeah, his receivers are pretty sick. So, all right, real quickly, Double T. You said what, Amon-Ra?
Yeah, Amon-Ra. Yeah, I just traded for Pickens myself in Dynasty yesterday when we talked about it. I did it live, and I still got that, but I would still take Amon if it happened.
I like Pickens more than Amon-Ra, not by a lot. I just would choose Pickens. I think Pickens again has a little bit more potential to go a little higher, whereas Amon-Ra is just staying like he's steady Eddie 4-5. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I just think Pickens can be either 20 or he could be 1. I just think he's that good. Pickens could be 1 or number 20. Amon-Ra can't be anything less than like 6. So it's his floor. His floor is crazy.
Yeah.
Rock out Pickens or Amon-Ra only. I'm not talking about this trade. Just 1-for-1 Dynasty.
Give me Pickens. I like the upside more. If you want safety, I think Brown.
DJ, you're live. Would you rather have Pickens or Amon-Ra in Dynasty 1-for-1?
It's close, but Amon-Ra.
Okay. Michael from San Diego, you're live. Would you rather have Pickens or Amon-Ra 1-for-1 in Dynasty?
I'll take Amon-Ra and sprint to the other side of the room.
Yeah, I knew
you. It's crazy, but
I knew you would.
Yeah,
you're like
top 3 the last 3 years. I think this is crazy. Maybe not crazy, but it's not like it's insane. But I think
Pickens
you can get something on top of
Pickens was just 5. I mean,
yeah, but it took him going to the best situation and CeeDee Lamb getting hurt for him to be top 5, whereas Amon-Ra just wakes up and is top 3.
You could also argue that he was number 5 in a crowded room, and it's like what happens when he does go elsewhere, or I don't know.
But where is elsewhere? That's the thing. It's hazy. Where is elsewhere?
So do you not like my trade, or would you do that trade still?
What was the exact trade again?
I gave up Amon-Ra and Jadarian Price, and I got back. It's a 3 wide receiver league. I got back Pickens, Chase Brown, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Eli Sowers.
I think that's different because you got Chase Brown on top of that with Pickens.
He's just wondering. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, he's just asking if you like the trade.
So you like the deal then, though?
Yeah, I like the deal because I'm higher on Wan'Dale than the average person as well. So.
All right, hold on one second, guys.
It's good in a, yeah.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me just get through these super chats real quickly, and then Hammer, since you and Luis have been extending so much lately, you pick the next 5-minute topic, And then I'll grab one from Luis in the chat. But so get your topic ready, Hammer. I'm going to race this board no matter what it is. We're talking about that for 5 straight minutes. Pick up 415 number. I think it will be fire, says Viral. Viral, I will. Hold on 1 second just because I got so many things on my plate right now. I'm trying to get rid of these super chats. Chuck Nasty, call back in just 1 second, but don't dial in yet. Also, if Algier goes down, I read that one already. Chuck Nasty, just hang tight. I'll answer your phone call 1 second. Thanks again, Travis, for the extender. This team, again, 8-man, 2 QB. May, Burrow, you crushed it. I would try and trade Judkins and maybe, I don't know, DJ Moore. I love DJ Moore, but Judkins and DJ Moore for one big monster. That's the only move you need to make. Throw Dobbins in. Love Fannin. Teams looks fire. Don't touch anything else. That's the only thing you need to do. If you do that, it's over. Like, it's essentially already over. Your team is that good. But it would be, because it's an 8-man, everybody's got a good team. You get that extra player, it's over. The waiver wire is probably loaded. Remind me how many feet tall is Breece Hall? He's 8 feet tall. Thank you, pal, for dropping that. Viral in 1 second. Luis with the $20 super chat extender says, Mike, my good sir, you and Travis on the line is gold. Thank you, Luis, for dropping that. Last 2 super chats, then to Hammer's topic. Last one. No, that's it. We're good. We're clear. Okay, so let me add this 5 minutes that was just dropped. That'll put us at 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Go ahead, Hammer. What is the topic for the next 5 straight minutes? And thank you, Luis.
Jeremiah Love and versus Chase Brown redraft.
Okay.
I like that. I like the verses.
Just for context, they go, somewhat close now. They were definitely a little far apart until last night. Now the ADP on Love is still looking like it's at the turn, but I believe there's going to be enough hype to move it slightly. So I would probably say in redraft he's looking at 2.10. If I had to guess, a 2.10 ADP to 3.1. And then Chase Brown is going, his ADP is, I believe, like right in the middle, depending on the platform, but on average, I would say probably 2.5 to 2.6. So it's not like they're that far apart. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, but I think it's small enough that one could reach if they wanted in the middle of 2, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So, Hammer, since it's your topic, you tell me what you think, unless you want my breakdown first, but
I'm going with Chase Brown over Love, and nothing against Love. Even with how he resurged with Flacco last year, he was on a tear. I mean, now that if it's Burrow or Flacco, and whoever that Putz was that was in for the few games that was just useless. I mean, Chase Brown was on a whole different level. I mean,
what can Browning do for you?
System's just a machine.
Yeah, what can Browning do for you? Browning was good the year prior, remember? And then he was just garbage. Okay, so let me answer, and then I'll go around the phone line. Simi Valley says, I don't understand how Kenny has Love on his bench, because I think what he ended up doing is he made a couple of really smart trades for draft picks, and he built his team up through getting, he had all these draft picks. He got Love, his receivers were crazy. Trades. Yeah, good trades. Even though he just made a trade that.
So I'll rip it off real quick. His starting lineup is Drake May, Kenneth Walker, Jeremiah Love, Jamar Chase, Puka, St. Brown, McBride, CD Lamb.
It's such a good team, and I don't even know how he got it because I haven't paid enough attention to his trades.
I looked at it. There's nothing too crazy. He had the number one. The trade for the number 1 pick was lopsided in my opinion. But besides that, everything was just over the past few years. He got Chase Brown before he broke out. He got Pickens before when he was still on the Steelers.
Yeah.
And he picked up the right guys.
It's a 12-man league.
When he was young.
Yeah, that's the thing is Travis is right. There's nothing crazy. I remember kind of looking at it. He just slowly built it, and it was just really, really good management. So one of those amazing examples of how management can get you there if you're patient. He's a real patient guy too. Like he just really like that. Those receivers are unbelievable. Simi Valley's over here raving about his running backs. He had no idea that he was going to hear that receiving room with Trey McBride. It's kind of like we're all playing for second place. It really is a bummer, when you look at your team. And
I'm
you
going
see
for him. I think I got a shot.
All right, let's get back to this topic real quick. So, here's my take, and then I'll go around the line. Chase Brown, Flacco is a real protective measure, but I think Jeremiah Love also has that way. I think we just saw evidence of how Minshew won't play 17 games if he's ever called upon, but he certainly could win 2 or 3 games, or he could play 4 and maybe they win 2, lose 2, but he has production. You got Carson Beck, who I believe proved that he's capable. He doesn't prove for sure, but proved he's capable of being a facilitator in chief. And then you have Brissett, who's this doubted underdog quarterback that misses all his time as he's holding in, and everybody's writing him off. He gets his raise. Beck goes out there and has a phenomenal, opening day game, and everybody thinks even then, like, yeah, Beck's going to take over. And I admit, I'm like overzealous about what this could mean for Beck, but Brissett goes out there and goes 4 for 5, looks the part, looks just very, very efficient, commands the offense. He's certainly going to do very, very well. He's a veteran. He looks, Kurt Warner was interviewing me the other day, and he looks like he's, older than Kurt Warner. He's just got a lot of wisdom that he brings to the table. But if something goes awry, it's protected. There's a lot. And LaFleur knows how to operate. And even more importantly, all of these quarterbacks, they fit LaFleur's system, which is so uniquely odd that you got all 3 of them just looking very good in a lot of motion. It's a McVay, Shanahan type tree that LaFleur comes from. And it clearly, you can see it. And if you want to say it's preseason, you got to think deep about it. You got to look at it from a little bit deeper lens. There's so much to like about what LaFleur is cooking up and dialing up, and having that many facilitators for it. It's awesome. So this is a redraft question, though. I think your safety in the ADP supports it right now. Anyway, your safety call here is Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown is in my opinion, you guys got him. Travis and Hammer got him in the top 5. For me, he's like 6 to 7 running back
6, yeah,
for this year for me, which or even 6 to 8 because it's really close for me. And 8 could be like 10 points off of 6 or whatever, but 6 to 8 for me. Now here's where there's a double talk answer for me, because I don't like doing ties, and I don't like doing if you need risk, do this, if you need upside, safety, this. To me, Love has the capability of being, as a rookie, the 4th best running back in fantasy, but his range could be 4 to 10. So or even 4 to 12 if you want, like if you wanted to talk about rookie injuries, rookie walls, all that stuff. So if you want more of the St. Brown answer versus Pickens, like that conversation, then Chase Brown's your definitive, pick, because his floor is so high, like St. Brown's. And while I don't think his ceiling, honestly, because this man is Bijan, this man is, I don't even know how to describe Chase Brown, because he's kind of one of one. But he is in the glorious of glorious situations that makes him in fantasy equate to any top 5 running back. And so it doesn't matter. Like, you can't separate situation from player. But if this guy who is Bijan is met with the offense we believe he can be met with here, I believe the ceiling can be higher even as a rookie. And if anybody wants to pretend that we haven't seen that before, Barkley's rookie year, Alvin Kamara catching 83 footballs his rookie year, like, Love can have that kind of rookie season. It doesn't matter what Jeanty did or what roadblocks he ran into. Doesn't matter what happened to BTJ's second year. Doesn't matter that Marvin Harrison Jr., even on Arizona, as ironic as that is, failed and disappointed you. Stop blaming the past and bringing up the past. It has no relevance to Jeremiah Love and what Jeremiah Love can do as a rookie. So there's no real answer here. The answer is safety, Brown, upside with a lot more risk to be like running the last running back 1 or the first running back 2. There's that floor because rookies do get banged up and rookies do hit rookie walls. So like that's kind of the way that I would look at this. Dynasty, I wouldn't even hesitate because this is a top 4 running back. This is probably a top 5 overall pick in Dynasty and Jeremiah Love. And that's what gives you a little intrigue today. Like if you can say that, there's ceiling value for his rookie year too.
In Dynasty, it's not close for you, right?
Not even close for me. Hammer, in Dynasty, do you have Love like in the top 5 overall?
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like we're all on the same page Dynasty wise.
Who else?
One sentence answers Johnny, Love or Brown redraft.
Redraft Brown, and it's by a mile, and I can give you reasons why.
Well, I'll give you 2 sentences.
I got more than 2 sentences, and it's worth hearing.
I understand, but I got to go around the phone line. So 2 sentences. Choose what you want.
Never mind.
Johnny, come on, Johnny.
Dude, this is so dumb. Like, fuck.
Wow, Johnny. Jeez, man. Why do I have to deal with this drama like this all the time? Like what on earth was so difficult about me saying I'm going around the phone line fast, rapid fashion, two sentences. I said one, I think I said like 1 sentence and he wanted to say more. So I'm like, okay, pick 2 sentences. And then Johnny gets mad and curses me off the phone line. Like that's how you get. And then Johnny, you're going to call in and apologize and want to get back on the phone line tomorrow. But it's like, this is what gets people kicked off the phone line. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. And acting playful with how he's a little snappy at me tonight. And I don't take offense to it at all. Like, I don't care. Like, I enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed it. And then I restrict him to 2 sentences and he hangs up, curses me off the phone line. Okay? I don't know. We'll read his comment. And now he's talking trash in the chat. How did this take a turn, Johnny? Like, really? That's insane. That's insane. All right. Where were we? Jeez. Double T. Two sentences.
Chase Brown redraft for this year for sure because he's just in an amazing situation. As long as Joe Burrow healthy, he top 7 guaranteed.
Do you think that Love could be top 7 guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but top 7 as well? Like, where do you have Love's ceiling if it all goes well for him?
Ceiling, I have 6. That's the top of the ceiling. Because it's just here, the rookie aspect always makes me nervous. How much do they want to ease him in, and how much they want to do with him in the first 5 games? So that always makes me a little nervous. So ceiling, I say 6.
Okay.
But Chase Brown feels like he lives in 7 because he made it to 7 last year after having 7 down games in a row and still made it to 7. Like, that's crazy.
Okay. Love. See, Johnny, all you had to do is talk. You probably would have got more than the 2 sentences, you know? Like, I'm not cutting him off in the middle of his sentence. Like, I don't even understand what the hell's wrong. It's just weird. Love and CMC or Gibbs and K9, says Coach. And by the way, Luis dropped an extender. Price versus Brooks and redraft, or Stribling versus Tyson. We'll do that on the next one. Let me add the additional time on here. That will put us at 24:28. Thank you very much, Luis, with the extender again. That's a good topic. I'll set that right here and then hit the button when we're time for that. Thank you. Love and CMC or Gibbs and K9. Gibbs and K9 by quite a bit, bro. Not even close for me. Thanks, Luis, for that. Appreciate you. And then Brian said Love could be a league winner. Could be, as Arizona offense is high flying. We know Brown is 16 to 18 points per game. Love could go 20 plus. Arizona will play the final play to the final whistle. And that is another thing to keep in mind, like the game script for Arizona. Not only is the team way better than people suggest, and it's crazy talk, but you're also going to have this, the offense will be so fast paced and high scoring, but like they'll be losing and having to score, you know. And maybe they aren't losing as much as people even think, too. Like, I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. It's a tough division and tough to get 3 wildcard spots. But anything can happen. And what was Seattle's projection for wins and loss projection, like their win total projection in 2026 last year, walking into the season? Do we even know what the number is? Like, just as context, you know, of people thinking they know everything about everything before the season starts. 10 redraft PPR. I have Love and Kyron as my running backs. My bench is Burden, Diggs, Brooks. I want to pick up Mitchell, but I don't know who I would have to drop. I'd probably say, I mean, you can't, I'd rather have Mitchell over Algier. So that way, get that right now. That's what I would do. So
Seattle, ESPN had them projected at 8.5 wins. I don't know if they took that from Vegas or what.
Okay. All right, where were we at? Hammer, stay there because I'm going to ask you this price versus. No, let's go Stribling.
60-1 for the Super Bowl was the odds.
Okay. I'm going to have you rank price.
Let me jump in on the Love Brown real quick.
Yeah, hold on, DJ. I'm going to you for that in 1 second, but just hold on 1 second. But Hammer, I'm going to ask you to rank if you want to pre-rank it. Price, Brooks, Stribling, and Tyson. All 4 of those names I'm going to have you rank in a second. All right, DJ. Yeah, Love versus Chase Brown redraft. Go. That's 2 sentences or slightly over if you need to. Go.
Yeah. Love.
Whoa.
We're talking about a ceiling. I think it's ceiling. I mean, I'm just buying his floor. So he's going to fall between 6 and 12.
I like it.
So Love for me. You know what Brown is, and it's great, etc. But Love's upside versus his downside, 6 spots? Give me Love.
And by the way, John, and I appreciate that, and I agree with you. You know, but I think
and thanks, extenders. Thanks, Louise. Thanks, Hammer. I have to say that. Just showing the planet. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You good?
Stay there. Just mute real quick. I'll be right back. Can we get draft position for the Marsmen? Sure, Johnny. Jeez, man. Unbelievable. Johnny, you know, I got thick skin. I mean, I'm sure you'll cool off, but I got to say, man, this is wild. This is wild. Who else on the phone? Rock out. Love or Chase Brown?
Give me Love. I like the upside. I think he can improve during the year, and that's it.
All right. My boy. My man.
What's the love?
All right, let's see here. Who else is there? Oh, Kenny. Kenny's the one you did the trade with, right? Kenny Powers?
Yeah. He was in the chat. He came in.
Okay, Kenny was in the chat. Okay. Yeah, Kenny, your team, you don't have to feel bad about the chat liking Travis's side by quite a bit because your team is unbelievable. He says like and subscribe. Thank you, Kenny. Get you. All right. Did I ask everybody? Did anybody else not answer this question? I think everybody did, right?
I haven't answered it yet, but it's all good.
Oh, yeah. No, Michael from San Diego. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Michael.
No, you're good. I think it's Chase Brown, and I'm kind of anti-Chase Brown when it comes to dynasty, but the situation's too good. And I also think it's about protection for Jeremiah Love. I think that's why Algier's there. I mean, the talent is not even close between the two, but they took him number 3 overall. They obviously know they're not competing for anything this year and probably next year. So I think he used Algier to wear out some of those carries. It's like Atlanta did with Bijan, just like the Lions did with Monty and Gibbs. Get him to his second contract, let him, grow in the league, and then he becomes a monster. So, His upside isn't what Chase Brown's is, just because, especially with the usage, that they're going to use him more as a receiver. I mean, what else is there to say for Chase Brown? But,
I think you're undervaluating how much they're going to use Jeremiah Love, but I don't blame you for choosing Chase Brown over him. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't think it's wise for them. I think they're gonna hold him back a little bit.
I mean, they might, but I don't think they're going to hold him back enough.
I don't know what holding back means, because the thing is, so I just think that Love can get there 10 and 10. I mean, 10 rushes, give him some 3-4 passes, expose some TDs. So,
he has a nice season, but Chase Brown can straight up be like top 5, 6.
I just think that there's a world where Love can be like 4. I think, as I said,
I guess if injuries strike, for sure, anything can happen. But
injuries have to strike for? What do you mean? Injuries got to strike?
Well,
what are we talking about, bro?
To be number 4, I'm saying let's list out the running backs he has to place over to be number 4. Is what you're saying? I mean,
why is everything you have to see it to believe? Why can't this be
Barkley?
About
seeing it, because they're
wasn't Barkley running back 2 as a rookie?
Yeah, but in the New York Giants are clowns, and he ends up tearing his ACL not too long after that. What I'm saying is, I think they're going to be safe with their investment. They're going to be safe with their investment at number 3. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to just run him into the ground this year. No, but what I'm saying is they never gave him a good situation there to begin with. And I don't think, there's no real correlation. But what I'm saying is they're not going to go out there and just hand him 20-something carries a game.
Michael, you assume that
third overall to not do that.
Michael, you're
third overall. What, sit on the bench?
And Michael, you're assuming that LaFleur doesn't.
I'm saying they don't give him the keys.
Why would they not give him the keys? You think LaFleur doesn't plan on winning? You think? Well, why do you think that? LaFleur doesn't think that. He thinks he's going to make the playoffs. You really think he doesn't think he's going to try and make the playoffs? I'm not saying he will, but
try to. I'm not saying they're going out there half.
So they're going to go out there and not play.
But what I'm saying is they understand they have a room. He's already talked about Algier getting work. They're not
of course.
Go out there and give.
Gibbs gets 150 carries, and he can still get 200. Like the numbers I was figuring in, I had him at I think like 230 or 240 for carries. Like that's nothing. I mean, 230 carries. If he gets 5 a carry, that's 1150. So he could go 4.5 a carry with only 230 carries and get 1,035 yards rushing.
But again, Michael, Gibbs gets 61% of the workload, the entire sum total workload in Detroit. It might go up this year, but you don't like the Algier has no effect. Algier has no effect of whether Love can get there. Like Love's gonna have plenty of opportunities to get there, but it has nothing to do with. We need Algier to take on 125, 130 carries or whatever.
150.
So what do you think the ratio split is between them, Smitty? What's the ratio split? What's Jeremiah Love
65% or maybe 58 at the low, 65 at the high, which is going to give him exactly Jahmyr Gibbs' workload, which is going to give him more than ETN's workload last year, which is going to give him a top 5 volume workload for a guy that is trying to make the playoffs. And if you think that he has some realistic expectation of them not making the playoffs, like you're saying, we'll rest him. You think this guy walks into work?
I don't think they're going to think that way. Nobody thinks the Jets are.
So then why are you saying that they'll dial him back?
Because they still have a future. The same way that the Falcons used Algier, the same way that the Lions used Monty. Like those guys are healthy. They haven't been banged up, and now you can really.
Last year,
different systems, same logic though. You don't run your prize.
Bijan had 800 yards and 1,400 rushing yards. So like, why are we talking about Algier taken away?
Yes, and they ramped him up. Not his rookie year.
Because Arthur Smith was there. That had nothing to do with it. It was Arthur Smith that had nothing to do with it.
Gibbs also didn't get a massive workload his rookie year. I mean, that's
he
what
did.
I'm saying.
He did after week 6.
We're talking top 5 running back. That's all I'm saying here. I didn't say he's not going to be a low end RB1 and he doesn't have upside.
Low
I'm
end.
just saying that we're talking top 5.
Massive workload. 230, 240 carries. That is not a massive workload.
How is And I'm just asking so I can understand. How is Love different from Jeanty in terms of how we're viewing even Jeanty? Because I think he was coming in, but maybe in the top 12. So, I'm curious.
Jeanty got 266 carries.
Yeah, I mean, Jeanty didn't really have anyone behind him last year as a threat either. I mean, just different situations, obviously. But, why run in your top 3 pick to the ground? Again, I'm not saying he's not going to produce.
Why draft him? Why draft him, Michael? Why draft him? Are you really going to draft someone and go, we can't use him? We can't use him. I got. It's like saving money in the bank but never spending it. Like, he's not going to.
We've seen it done before, though. I mean,
not with LaFleur, not with Arthur Smith but LaFleur. They seem very eager to get him out there, and again, it's different. He's getting $50 million guaranteed.
I'll stand to be corrected. If they go out there and use him, then hey, I'll be the first one.
But it's not even like we have a problem. It's not even like we have a
problem. Is he going to get? How many carries?
I think he's low 200s. I think he can peak at what you're saying, 250ish. But I don't think they're going to go out there and
250.
Maybe at the end of the season they ramp him up. He's looking good. Rookies usually get that. But I think throughout the year they're going to have a high dose. Sorry.
But 250 is like 250. That's a lot. At
4 yards, 1,200 yards.
I said at the high end. I said like low 200s. I could see that at the end maybe. I don't think they have to go out there and give him a ton of carries.
So, okay, real quickly, what is your projection for him? And then we'll go over to the Hammer. You got your ranking ready, right? Give me your projection real quick, and then we'll switch topics to the question I have Hammer preparing for. So, give me the projections. Jeremiyah Love.
I got him cracking 1,000. We'll say 1,027 yards, and we'll say 7 touchdowns rushing, 7 rushing touchdowns, and we'll say 4 receiving touchdowns, maybe 5 receiving touchdowns.
That's 12. Okay.
5 receiving touchdowns.
How many receptions and how many receiving yards?
Receiving yards, we'll say 365. Maybe a little low, but I'll say 365. And receptions, I guess we could say. I don't think he goes out there and gets 38 receptions, maybe 42 receptions. They're going to probably use him more out of the backfield as a passer. I could see that. Just rough projections off of my head.
I mean, so even that would have been RB9 last year.
That's what I said, though. I literally said I could see him being a low-end RB1, but Smitty was saying number 4. I'm like, I don't know if he's going to get the opportunity to get that.
But if he can do that, why can't, if all that just ticks up slightly, he's a top 4 to 6 back.
All right.
I mean, I don't think it will. I mean, we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. Hammer, rank these players. Price, Brooks, Stribling, and Tyson in Dynasty. Or actually, let's do it in redraft and Dynasty. Start off with redraft.
Tyson. Price. Stribling, then Brooks.
Okay. And this is a good group of players. Okay, now how does it switch in Dynasty? Or does it?
Price is number 2. I mean, it might stay the same. Is that where I had him?
Okay, so
Tyson,
yeah.
Price.
Dribbling Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd have to say, and I'm going to have you elaborate real quickly, but I'd have to say for me, and I'm interested as to what you're going to say about Tyson given the injury, so I'm sure everybody else is too. I would probably say, for me, in redraft, Brooks is 1. Price is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Price is 1. Price is 1. Brooks is 2. Stribling 3. Tyson 4. But Tyson is only 4 sum total. Once he's back, and we'll find out more tomorrow.
I agree.
He could climb right to like the 1 or 2 or 3. Like, but how many games will he miss? Then they got to ramp him up. Does he go on the PUP? Like, there's a lot of reasons why in redraft it's just hard to rank him higher. If we go to Dynasty, though, I think this becomes like a freaking dogfight. And I don't even know where I'd go with it, to be honest. I'd probably say, oh boy, this is a tough one. I think Tyson would probably be 1 in Dynasty. I think Price would probably be 2. And I think Brooks and Stribling would probably be tied for 3. And then I'd have to kind of just weigh that out for a while. But Tyson certainly still is somebody I'm super high on. I'm buying him low in Dynasty off of all this injury fear. But I just think these two RBs are just too important in redraft. And Stribling I love, and he'll become really good. But I think we're a little bit overly optimistic if we think it's going to be consistent right away. While they have Debo, Evans on the field, Kittle on the field, CMC on the field, it'll be a little harder to, like, Stribling was the only one out there just like dominating. But once there's injuries that strike, Stribling goes kind of like Tyson goes. These two guys start to play ball with these guys, I think, once they're on their horse and cooking. Hammer, Tyson, what's your thinking here of why he's still 1 for you with the injury?
I like New Orleans' system, and they don't have a tough division. And I mean, talked about the talent. So if we're talking injury, I mean, again, Brooks is coming off 2 torn ACLs in 2 years.
Thanks, Vader.
Like, I'm just like I'm just not there.
Hold on one second, Michael. Let me merge you in.
Like, I mean, it's just very like kind of cut and dry for me.
But speak to
everyone's on.
What if he misses 4 games? He's on PUP, and then they're going to ramp him up. Does that change anything, or you still redraft? I'll bench him for as long as I need to, and just worry about when I get him in the lineup. Is that kind of the way you're looking at it?
Yeah, I mean, but also like even with the extension, like Olave is 1 hit from being done. I mean, they drafted him for a reason.
No, but I'm saying in redraft, you're thinking to yourself, like, I don't care if he's out 4 games, 5 games. The time I use him, it'll be worth having him ranked 1 here. Is that your thinking?
Yeah, just because I'm not trusting a running back who's,
And, like, to be fair, like,
the potential 4 games.
Yeah, to be fair, like, if you can get by, like, this is the way I always try to explain. Like, if Puka gets a 4-game suspension for his off-the-field stuff, he's probably going to get a 1 from what we're hearing right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Puka is likely to get a 1-game suspension, according to Schefter, right now. But let's say it was 4. You could still draft it. You could still argue very much you could draft him at like 6, 7 overall if you wanted still in redraft. And cuff him to DK Metcalf. Start DK for 4 straight weeks. Start Michael Wilson Jr. for 4. And then you add those 4 games to Puka's remaining season, and you got wide receiver 3 or 4. So there is something to like Dynasty strategy of saying, I still like Tyson 1 because of what he'll do once he's in there. So there's nothing wrong with that. Dynasty's different.
I'm kind of confused, like where it's like change. Like you're talking about him for like months about he's the next CD Lamb, and now he doesn't even dance with Jonathan Brooks or Stribling. Like, I don't
injury, right?
You what? Wait, who said what? Who said that?
You know, I asked like the it's almost like how he was coming in, like he was.
Well, I mean, he's gonna miss like maybe he could potentially miss like 4 weeks, but me having him ranked 1 in Dynasty on this board kind of shows that everything that I've said about him still holds true. It's just from a redraft perspective, rookies get behind. They have to catch up. And once he catches up, as I said, he'll contend with everybody like from that moment on. It's just, what do you want to do with your pick? Do you want somebody like Price who can go straight in there? And I've been talking Price up too. I've been talking Brooks up too. So these are 2 players that I love. I think Tyson, once he's back, I want over Stribling. But if Debo's down, Christian McCaffrey's down, the whole power plant team's down, like Stribling could be a very unique player. That it could be just one of those players you're like, I don't know that he's even this good, but he's produced. Like, I think he is, but he's producing this good, because of the situation. But I mean, I don't know how you can really go wrong either way with this, because there's upside for every angle here. Like, running backs bring different value. Tyson's going to be so good once he's on his horse and going, but he's gonna, if he misses, let's say, the 4 games, which we'll know more tomorrow, and this ranking can change tomorrow, Hammer, if their news is that he's not going to go on PUP, they still think he could make it back by week 1 or something, and everybody's blowing out of proportion. Remember when who was it that got the second PUP? Alec Pierce. The report came out that Alec Pierce got a second PUP injection, or a PUP injection.
PRP.
He got his second injection, and then the next report came out that he didn't get a second one. Then it was like he did. Like, there could be a wrong report about Tyson's absence too. Like, we have to kind of wait till tomorrow. So my ranking and evaluation here could change. But and that's kind of what I said, is on the assumption that he gets lands on the PUP and he misses 4 games, then they got to ramp him up. I think it's pretty self-explanatory to me anyway that Tyson would be way, way behind schedule in helping you do what I believe he would have done had he stayed healthy. And then it's like, Hammer, we might get really bad news, because this guy rested a while, and I think it's a case of, and I truly believe this, it's a case of, and even through compensation, that you can injure even the other hamstring, but he was not healthy when he went to prepare for the combine. And so he rushed it because he didn't want to miss out the FOMO of that experience and getting dropped if he didn't participate. And he kind of re-injured himself. Then he had to wait until the NFL draft, but he didn't have enough time to rest. And so he forced himself to go do it again. They're dumb decisions. And he just his body was just not healthy. He's compensating here. He's injured still. And then he goes into this experience probably still pushing himself. And I don't know why the team didn't hold him back. And then it's like, I don't even know that I would tag him as a guy that's going to struggle with this his entire career. But you do got to ask the question of, does he have enough time on all these setbacks, essentially? And his coach said it wasn't a setback per se, but it's hard to really even know. Does he have enough time to heal this without re-injuring it again? Like, they're going to have to be really careful. And you do wonder if there's going to be some sort of bad news like tomorrow or the next, or it might be Monday where it's like we need surgery or something. I don't know. There's a lot to think about.
Is like I'm almost thinking like they're going to play it safe and start him on the pup or whatever. But even if they don't, my concern is that, like, okay, this is flaring up again. And so how long until it flares up again? If they don't put him on pup and he's rushing back for week 1 or week 2, like, to me, I actually feel better about him even in redraft because his ADP will drop.
Yeah, I want him to rest him.
Stick him on pup and just rest it, slow play him, make sure he's 100%. Because, like we talked about with Burton with the groins, hamstrings, like, once they start really pulling on you, you can't rush them.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I dropped him. Like, I think I had the same rankings as you. And that's why, because even I almost feel more uncomfortable if they don't put him on pup.
Yeah, let me go over to Hammer rebuttal real quickly, and then
well, I think DJ's still in line. You go DJ.
All right, DJ, what is your rank for redraft and what is your rank for dynasty? Then Michael from San Diego will be next. So, and then rock out. So Michael, don't go anywhere yet. DJ, please rank Tyson, Price, Stribling, Brooks, and redraft, and Tyson, Price, Stribling, Brooks, and dynasty. In a little bit, just as quick as you can, like 1-2 sentences on each.
Redraft, Brooks, in spite of Hammer's points and health. It's just touches, easier to kind of get there. You know, Hammer and I have talked about this before. I mean, you're running back, turn around, hand the ball off to him. Hopefully he can run the ball. But the health is a concern. But in redraft, because of the urgency, we're talking this year. The transition in the NFL for receivers, I don't know. I mean, maybe Tyson second. Dynasty, Tyson. Draft capital, opportunity, a lot there.
Okay. Michael from San Diego, and by the way, I just posted this. David, you said, do I keep Ibuka over Nico? And I would keep Ibuka over Nico. McBride, depending on the rounds, I mean, McBride's a great keeper. So is Ibuka, though. I'd probably keep McBride over Ibuka if there wasn't some negative impact round-wise to McBride's that's less advantageous. But you can't really go wrong. Ibuka's unbelievable. McBride's top 25, 26, 27 overall keeper in that type of format. So that's a good question. As far as trade ideas, I mean, you could maybe move St. Brown down because it's clearly St. Brown has more value than Pickens. I like the idea of getting Pickens and an upgrade somewhere, but that's me. Or you could trade St. Brown and a pick and try and go upward toward JSN or another player that's a little bit higher. Good questions, though, and thank you for the super chat. Michael from San Diego, can you please rank Tyson, Price, Stribling, Brooks in Dynasty and Redraft in like a sentence or two on each?
Okay, so for Redraft, I'm going to go Price. I'm going to go Stribling, Tyson, Brooks. I can move Tyson up one more if the injury isn't as bad as it's as looking. For Dynasty, I'll take Tyson, Price, Stribling, Brooks.
Yeah. So my exact ranking, so we're kind of on the same page there. Dynasty, and Hammer, to address your question again, how can I go from having him as the next Lamb and then going that my Dynasty answer kind of answers that. He's still one for sure.
Could I ask a quick question before my waivers clear? It clears in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah, who's this? Double T?
It's Double T, yeah. I just want to ask a quick question. In Dynasty, should I take a stab at any of the wide receivers at Miami? Not Chris Bell and Malik.
Douglas?
They're not available.
Oh, Douglas isn't available?
No, Douglas is available. It's
okay.
Bell and Malik's not available. Everybody.
Okay, I'd definitely take Douglas if there's he has a shot, bro, for sure. He looked good tonight.
Okay.
Who would you cut?
So if I do Douglas, who should I cut? I have out of my choices to cut, I'm thinking to see the Jake Tunges.
Yeah.
Samaje P. Ryan or Justice Hill.
Oh, Hill.
P. Ryan.
Or P. Ryan, yeah, either one. Hill or P. Ryan, I don't care about
P. Ryan.
Yeah, I had Hill only because I have Henry, so I had Hill to back up Henry.
Easy call. Yeah. Easy call. Make sure Cyrus Allen isn't out there, my boy. Yeah, I'll be so disappointed if you're Cyrus is there. Cyrus the virus.
They scooped him up already.
All right.
In the chat.
So y'all saying drop Hill?
Hill or P. Ryan, either one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'd drop P. Ryan only because you have Henry, but
yeah, it's true. I guess.
Yeah, my running back room on this team was super strong, so I was just grabbing people just in case they do something.
All right, Big T or Double T, hang tight real quickly. Hammer, do you think you're going to have a change of opinion if Brooks goes out and has a good game in the preseason here? Do you think what does he need to prove to you? Is it the whole season? You're just not going to trust?
I just need to see a game or two.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen him play. I'm just going we talked about injuries and I know I'm not trying to get into the whole Christian McCaffrey thing, but it's we're talking about him not being an injury concern. He's coming off 2 torn ACLs. It's the epitome of I feel more comfortable with CMC.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about Price. Yeah, I would have went Price and even run backs. But yeah.
Price is amazing. I think Price is going to be great. He's such a good receiving back too. This is a good quad here to throw up. I mean, it was a good topic for sure.
It's just a redraft. The running back can get on the field in more touches. Heck, you got 5th and 6th rounders, 7th rounders that can get touches. That's the one in redraft.
Rock out. Can you give us your rank real quickly, and then we'll go around and say and give everybody a final thought, unless we get an extender or something. But go ahead, rock out. Then back over to Hammer, then over to Double T, then over to DJ, then over to Michael from San Diego, then over to Travis. So go ahead, rock out.
Let's see. Tyson, Pierce, Brooks, and what was the other ones?
Stribling.
Switch Stribling with Brooks.
Okay. I mean, Brooks is not everybody's cup of tea. I know that. I get it. I mean, I didn't even love him in January or February, to be honest, because I wanted to. It's kind of funny because Hammer and I are on like the same page, but just like it's almost like I'm on the top edge of it. And because I was the way Hammer was about the way Hammer is about Brooks now, I was about that way in January and February because there was no signs of anything. And all I needed, unlike Hammer, I just needed to see him on the field. I needed to hear, how he was progressing. It didn't have to be in game. And then I just needed to hear the coach speak and how important it was to get him in a position to do his thing. And we did get an extra 5-minute extender, so we don't have to rush.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended.
Thank you, Luis, for dropping that. All right, rock out. Any other final thoughts from you? And then I'll go over Hammer for his final thought, and then that we'll be able to slowly go on this 5. No one has to rush.
I guess I'm not Bruce today.
You're not what?
I guess I'm not Bruce today.
No, I've been pretty good about it. And Johnny, if you're out there, Johnny, if you would like to call, well, I'll throw another 2 full minutes up on the screen for you, Johnny, because I know you're still watching. If you would like a full 2 minutes to discuss Price, Tyson, Stribling, and Brooks for 2 straight minutes of Johnny, you're free to call in. I'm still unaware of why you're so mad at me for doing a speed phone line. Johnny, no offense, Johnny, but I get to kind of do whatever I want in terms of the timer and speed round and phone line. And not to mention, Johnny, the mere fact that you don't respect how hard it is to juggle what I'm trying to juggle sometimes with a draft and trying to go around, give people equal phone time, look over here, some calls calling in, merge that call, and I say, Johnny, let's go quick on this one, and you say, blah, 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 hang up, swear at me, disconnect the phone. But clean slate, Johnny, the phone line's open. If you want 2 straight minutes, I'll add it. I'll give you 2 minutes and 30 seconds of Johnny time because that's the kind of guy I am. But I don't know. Price versus Brooks. Redraft Stribling. Oh, that was the old one. Luis's ranking is Price, Brooks, Stribling, Tyson, redraft, and then Tyson, Price, Stribling, Brooks in Dynasty. Adjust and adapt will be the different state come week 5. Fantasy Football Show is the best. We adjust and learn. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate the extender. And Hammer, go ahead. Final thoughts. Any other topic you want to throw out there as well while we wait for Johnny to call in?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, you might want to hang in the shadows in case Johnny calls in. It could be good. Maybe Angry Bruce will call in.
I'm saying you can go to DJ and Mike.
Maybe Angry Bruce will call in at the same time Johnny calls in. Can you imagine the kind of Gump, Johnny, and Angry Bruce on the phone line at the same time would be fireworks.
I haven't heard from Angry Bruce in a while.
Yeah, Angry Bruce has been absent for a while. Okay, let me go to Michael because Michael has waited a long time. Let's go to Michael first. Michael, final closing arguments, thoughts, or a topic if you want to throw a quick topic out there.
No, my final thoughts is because you guys were discussing Jeanty earlier and I was eating dinner. I think he's going to have 1,250 rush yards. I think he's going to have 550 receiving yards. I think he's going to eat a lot in the pass game this year. And honestly, I feel like I could be a little bit low on that. I wouldn't be shocked if he led all running back in receiving, just because that room it's nice, it's crafty, but there's still more to be desired there in terms of proven production. So I think he feasts in receiving this year. And I mean, I don't know if the topic was him versus Jeremiah Love, but I think he'll crush Love this year.
Hey, yeah, so 1,200, you said 1,200 plus 550 receiving. How many receptions?
60 receptions.
And then total touchdowns?
Total touchdowns, I'm going to say 14.
I got to be honest. My thinking would have been, and Travis, you can tell me if you were thinking the same thing, that you were going to be pessimistic on Jeanty too and say, that offensive line and everything. Like, it seemed like it was going to very much match up with your Love take.
You haven't been listening to me all offseason, man. I've been right with you with Jeanty all offseason. He's been one of the
well, there's a lot of people saying stuff, so it's hard to keep track of everything. But okay.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
All right. I mean, and I don't hate your Love take. I just don't agree with it, but it doesn't mean I hate it. I just completely disagree with the thinking of how they're, like, the way you worded, like, as if they were going to walk in and go, we can't win, right, boys? So everybody, we're going to go ahead. We're not even going to invest in iPads this year. We'll buy them next year because they might have an update. Like, we don't want to buy the iPad this year when they're going to have a new iPad version next year when we can't even win. I just think sometimes we get lost, Michael, in the logic of us projecting that the team can't win. Like, people saying Miami's just going to tank. Like, that's some of the dumbest thinking I've ever heard. Miami's trying to win and make the playoffs. The Cardinals are trying to win and make the playoffs. The Seahawks were an 8-win team maybe, and they won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So I just think that starting to chalk up Love as a guy they don't want to put in the lineup full time is you're putting yourself in a little bit of a disadvantage, I think, especially given the ADP, which is around. I'm not saying you wouldn't draft him at the ADP. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but it's just like, I don't know. To me,
I have him finishing as a low end RB1, Smitty. I'm just saying he's not top 5. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I venture to say we're probably like, what, 2 or 3 touchdowns and like 200 yards away from that being he actually is on your projections, which isn't that crazy. If a ramp up happens or he has a 4 touchdown game, or like, I don't know. Okay. Michael, anything else? Any other topic you want to throw out real quick while we're waiting for Johnny to call back?
I guess maybe it could be an up tier topic. It might be a selfish one. I'm debating. Somebody in my Dynasty League is trying to get me to move off of Harold Fannin, Josh Downs in my 25 seconds to go to Colston Loveland and Travis Hunter. I'm probably going to just decline it, but it's in my head because it's Colston Loveland. So how far is that gap in Dynasty?
Okay,
I guess maybe
say it again. Fannin?
Yeah, I'd be giving up Fannin, Josh Downs in my 28 second round pick for Colston Loveland and Travis Hunter. I'm thinking no, though.
I think I want the Loveland side.
Yeah, I want the Loveland side. And I love Fannin. I love Fannin.
I think high on Downs as well.
I was going to say, that's what I was going to ask. But
I like Downs, but I mean...
what's the ceiling, though?
Yeah.
A wide receiver 2, you can find wide receiver 2s.
Yeah, like if you got a Michael
Wilson. Well, the fact in this league, I have Tucker Kraft as well as Harold Fannin, and so there's that. I'm going to be picking who to start every week, and we have 3 flex spots, so the depth is nice.
I don't know, bro. You're getting...
I'd trade for Loveland and consider flipping him because I think he has more trade value than Fannin does.
Yeah, way more.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like
I like him as a player. I just don't know if it's worth it.
This holds so much value. I'd do it anyway. Then like Travis said, try trading it, but like not in an intention of like no matter what. They just see if someone's gonna overpay. Not to mention, there's probably a more likely scenario that Fannin struggles inconsistently all year long, even though he has good numbers, he puts up big games. Whereas Loveland's going to be so consistent, his value will go up by like week 5. You can probably trade him. There's no way that his value doesn't go like straight up. Like he's going to continue to get more and more valuable. Like you could trade him week 4. You don't even have to trade him now. Wait on him, start him, enjoy it, and then like consider selling high You know, like what if Bowers started off like semi? You know how fickle people are, bro. If Bowers had 2 straight games, weeks 1 and 2, where he had 55 yards and no touchdowns, and then 64 yards and no touchdowns, and Loveland had 2 touchdowns and 100 yards in week 1 and 55 and a touch in week 2, you would have people trading Bowers for Loveland straight up. It probably, like, that's the way people are. So
my league isn't that way, though. I've been playing with these guys for a decade, so I know their habits, and we all know each other's tendencies. I couldn't do it. So it's just, I like fanning long term too. I'm coming off a championship, so I'm not as desperate. I like, I can take some up and down, and I think Kraft is going to get back into the swing of things by mid-season. So
kind of shocked at this answer
for me because
I'm kind of shocked at this answer from you too. I figure you would be way pro London on this. If like I brought this up as a question, my anticipation would be you going, "Oh, I'm taking a Loveland side by it." Like I'm shocked again.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know you anymore, Michael.
You don't the one who dropped the $100 holler for the fan video, right? I think you forgot. I'm a big Fannin guy. I mean,
I did forget.
So
I'm a big Fannin guy too.
Yeah,
But I don't know. For some reason, I pictured you on.
I don't think the talent is that far off. I don't think the talent with him and Loveland is that far off. I mean,
yeah, man. I don't think
Loveland this past season.
I don't know. I don't. The positional value I get, but I don't know that there's that significant of a difference.
I'm with you.
And by the way, we're always talking about Burden as well as on Doomsday. And that's not to take anything away from Lovely, but Bannon,
Yeah, but the situation, like, even if you consider the congestion, the situation, living in the red zone, the touchdown equity, the likelihood that Fannon's going to be able to do anything other than him put it on his back and go 4, 6, 7 touchdowns on his own, or 8, like Loveland could have multiple 2-touchdown games, and that's just like 4 touchdowns.
So I understand the value this year, Smitty. Like 100%. I think Loveland's going to outproduce Fannin this year. What I'm saying is I have Kraft already, and I don't think the talent gap is that far off in Dynasty. So I'd rather just hold Fannin for better days, and then when Kraft gets in the swing of things, I think he's better than him.
Yeah,
so I'm going to start him anyway.
I think you should be banking on one tight end, bro. Especially given and I do remember some things. I don't remember everything everybody says, but I do remember you saying Kraft is going to be like top 3 or 4 or 2, or he could be like
absolutely.
1. So why don't you bank on that and trade for Loveland and flip Loveland and move
last year,
some other?
I'll give you an answer. I'll give you an answer, Smitty, because last year I banked on Kraft. He tore his ACL, and I got Fannin and won my league. And so
I understand.
I'd rather just have both guys.
I understand that, but what if your wide receiver room doesn't pull its weight because you didn't go get JSN on this deal? Like you could get JSN, or you could go get
my wide receiver room's pretty good.
Running back, but at quarterback upgrade, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
so this team just won last year.
I don't know, bro.
I've got to try tight end 3. I think my tight end room's perfect.
Try and get to
1.1.
Try and get to 27 1.1. I don't know. I mean, like I just think you're and you could wait on that a little bit, but I just think you're. I mean, if Kraft is your guy and you think he's top 3 or 4, you should be. I think you should be trying to upgrade. And I agree with what you guys said. You guys know I'm one of the biggest Fannin. There's no one that was higher on Fannin from a content creation standpoint than me. No, nobody's probably higher on him than me now. But I still think Loveland is better, and not to mention just has more trade value.
And
so you got to like consider that when you're not using them.
Whoa, Luis.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended 5 minutes due to a $20 super chat.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
We're about to leave. We were about to leave. But we're not leaving now. Not anymore. I mean, anybody if you got to jump and work or whatever, please don't feel obligated. Now we got more time. Hammer, you can dial back in. We got 25 more minutes. Luis to the moon says DJ deserves a video. I mean, a player that he likes. Say it with me, y'all. Best show on the planet. Also, Mike, you have some truth. Travis, give us your bold take, please. Oh yeah, you get Travis. You get a bold prediction.
Yeah,
Can you type it though, and then tell me, and then I'll drag it on.
I'm thinking about what I want to do.
Okay.
I'll come up with one.
Travis he doesn't want to be rushed, just like his trades. He's gonna take his sweet time and draft them. All right. Let's see here. Michael, what were you saying? Thank you, Luis.
No, I was just, about the Fannin to Loveland thing. I just don't think the gap, or really DJ was the one talking, but I agree with everything he was saying. I don't think the gap is that big in Dynasty. I mean, Loveland's going to have a better year, so I guess the value will increase. But like I said, I'm a big believer in Kraft anyway, and I think he'll get healthy and he's going to get back to his ways. So,
and let me make it abundantly clear that Fannin's a league winner. Like again, there's not a content creator on this earth that's higher on him than I was, because we would talk about.
I'm not worried about Boston and Concepcion.
Well, I'm not worried about Bird. I'm not worried about Burden or those guys either, because like Colson, Love, and Fannin are getting their volume. No one's eating into their work. Their work is completely separate. I don't think you can really focus too much on the receiving room taking from the running back room, especially with these quarterback situations. And the fact that you can have so much more touchdown potential and equity over in Chicago. And I'm not worried about Fannin either, but it's just you're talking about Shador, and you're talking about Watson and a switch at some point,
right?
And in a coaching staff like this you don't know what you're gonna get with it. Whereas you're gonna have Ben Johnson drafting up, at least 2 multiple touchdown games for him. He might have half of Fannin's touchdown total in just the first 4 weeks or something through 2 multiple touchdown affairs. Especially a Burden struggling or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it's not crazy. I just think that Downs isn't the one that makes me not do that trade. Okay. Luis, thanks again for the super chat. Again, Hammer, you can dial back in if you want, if you're still watching. Johnny, we got 22 minutes. I'll give you 4 straight minutes. 4 straight minutes, young man. All right. Let me put Luis on here real quickly. Luis, you are live, young man. Thank you for the extenders, pal.
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, man. Literally, I just want to come in and say DJ deserves a video, and I mean like a video of whatever player he likes. So that's all I really have to say.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate you.
I mean, I don't know, I don't know if he has an actual player that he likes.
DJ, is there a player you actually like? I do have a long list of videos I got to create, so I will try and get to it if you give me a player. But who do you like, DJ? Who would you like to see a video for that we could drop it? Whenever.
Luis, man, that's love. I appreciate it, but I don't
all
have
love, bro.
anything.
All love.
Yeah, it's all Luis, the president. I'm just here, man, and appreciate it all. No need for that.
All right.
I appreciate to be able to just express an opinion. That's why I said it's the best show on the planet.
Well, thank you.
It's not so
all
much
right.
Smitty. It's for others that do call in, maybe watch and listen. So I'm good, man. It's all love.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
DJ.
get back to the topic.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But appreciate it.
I can respect that.
What topic? What topic, DJ? What player?
I don't know. I don't even know what to do with my hands. I mean, we're talking about oh gosh, Fannin. Well, listen, I like Pitts over Fannin, and I like Pitts over Loveland. I
Pitts
just
over Loveland.
think that yeah, ADP, cost of entry, and we talk about Fannin, who, oh by the way, had Stefanski and Reese. Mm-hmm. And the emphasis around and around the tight end, I don't know that there's a better tight end value, in particularly where he's going in at and having finished where he finished, and with the infrastructure that's in and around him. So,
well, I will say Tua is a little worrisome, though. I would say Tua is a little worrisome. I like that Penix is there in case that goes awry, but I don't know. I feel like Tommy Reese, I don't know that my concern. My concern is, can Reese support Pitts and London And London's kind of his Fannin more so than Pitts is his Fannin, to be honest. Because you got to think about what Fannin did. Fannin was a wide receiver. Fannin was running wide receiver routes. He did that in college. He was the number one wide receiver in the nation over Jeremiah Smith, over Ted McMillan, he outplayed Jeremiah Smith and Ted McMillan and Travis Hunter in yards and receptions. He was number one in the nation in both categories. So he is kind of a receiver. Pitts definitely is going to play a more traditional tight end role than Fannin. I would, in Tommy Rees's offense. So I kind of feel like London's the winner, but I'm not to say Pitts won't do well. I'm just saying I don't know if I would for sure nudge Pitts over Fannin when Fannin is, he's still going to be probably the best pass catcher on his team. I like Boston. I like Casey Concepcion, but I do believe Fannin is the number one pass catcher on that team. Plus, this organization, Cleveland, has mentioned multiple times they're building everything around Fannin. Like you can hear them talk in different ways about what the plans are for the future, and you hear them multiple talks about we're building this around Fannin, which is nice to hear. That they're actually building around a tight end. But I love Fannin. I love Fannin.
My point, Smitty.
Well,
that's my point.
I guess that was my point about, when we look at Loveland. I just think with the exception maybe of Bowers, McBride, after that, I'm not mad at anybody. But I'll wait, and, Fannon's not Pitts. He just
all right.
isn't. But
let's real quickly. Let me.
That's on the
You don't have to go. You don't have to go. You don't have to go anywhere. But if you have to, sure. But let's shift over a little bit and just say, okay, now, and this is where, if Tyler Warren enters this equation, and we're talking about cost of entry. When you first said you'd rather have Pitts than Fannin, I was like, what? But you said cost of entry. But I would also say the cost of entry of Fannin is probably better than the cost of entry on Pitts. But you like the infrastructure, you said better, which I don't know that I feel the same way, but I can understand it. I respect it. If we throw Tyler Warren in the mix, and if we're, I guess, talking cost of entry here, because that's what DJ you defined in your thinking here. So cost of entry on Loveland is around. I mean, right now is ADP exactly, according to this, and this will update tonight, and I don't have that update yet, but 4.8. Tyler Warren is at 6.3. So 4.8, 6.3, and then the ADPs for Pitts and Loveland. Oh, I wrote that on the wrong person, didn't I? 4.8 was I have two Lovelands. How did that happen? What am I doing here? I'm supposed to put Fannin on screen. Is anybody even typing that right now? No one. It's so late. No one even noticed. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at there. Fannin's ADP is 9. Where? 5. What is it?
9. Well, according to the one on your site.
Yeah. 9.5.
Yeah.
And Pitts
9.5 and 9.7.
Pitts is 9.7.
Yep.
So, I mean, DJ, I think we could probably say that Pitts and Fannin are equal in that value, cost of entry, right? Or do you just think the infrastructure, like you said, puts Pitts way over him, or not way over him, but it beats the infrastructure in Cleveland? Is that your thinking?
Loveland as the bar. I'll take Fannin, Pitts, over Loveland, and again I would take Pitts over Fannin
now
as well. But the cost of entry for the tight ends in the conversation, yeah, there's those two. Yeah.
I don't think the cost of entry should eliminate you having some shares. By the way, not you, DJ, but just in general. I think especially like for late 4, you should have some Loveland just in case this thing goes the way it very well could, and he's the tight end 1 or something. So get some shares. But I will say, in a vacuum sense, I like the value of Warren over Loveland better. Cost of entry, because now we're talking cost of entry, which is a whole different monster. But that kind of gives way to how much trade value you'd have if you own these guys already, which which goes back to my Michael from San Diego situation where I'm saying he has 4th round value versus 9. And I'm going to take advantage of trading that to up my team somewhere else if you love Kraft, which we can put Kraft on here. Travis, do you see where Kraft is? Or I can find it.
Yep. No, I got it. I got it right
here.
Okay. Kraft is.
Yeah, but Bannon
7.5.
Lovely.
What is it, Travis?
7.5.
I mean, these cost of entries are all so different that it's like there's advantages. There's pros.
Laporta's an 8. Laporta before Fannin and Pitts is crazy.
If we're talking cost of entry, Fannon's the winner, in my opinion, because he's number 5 last year. He has the ability to be number 5 again, and he costs 9.5. But he doesn't get that respect clearly because he's 9.5. So that's where it's like there's some difference in the scenario Michael from San Diego gave. But I am drafting Fannin most of all out of all these situations because of the cost of entry and what it can afford me later. I think Warren's still more attractive to draft than Loveland. Now, Dynasty would be a little different ADP, but it'd probably still be relatively similar. But in redraft, I'm taking Warren over Loveland more times than not because then I can grab this 4th round player, 5th round player, and then grab Warren as the 6th round pick. But these are all fantastic values. And Michael, if you think Kraft is a top 3 potential tight end, I mean, Kraft at 7.5 is a screaming steal. And I'm with you. I think he's got the potential, maybe not 3, but I would say like 5. He could be 5.
I think he'll be top 2, 3 down the stretch, like, points per game down the stretch, not overall. Because he'll probably start off a little slow.
Does anybody think here that there's a chance, and I see a couple comments, and I agree that there's the upside here. If anybody's going to over-deliver and be tight end number 1 in shocking fashion, Loveland doesn't fit the bill because he's going 4.8. Like, people are kind of expecting that. Tyler Warren's probably the one here that I think Fannin could be top 4 or 5. I don't think he'll be 1, but I think Pitts could be top 5, 6. He was last year, and Kraft could be 4, 5, 6, 7. Like you said, probably more so pacing at that and has like maybe some. But Warren could be literally tight end 1. I'm not saying he will be. I'm not banking on it, but he's gonna have so much volume, and with Danny Dimes there, he could have double-digit touchdowns, 100+ receptions, 1,200+ receiving yards, and double-digit touchdowns. Warren is a monster. Not to mention they use him as in the tush-push game a little bit. There's a chance he runs for 1 or 2 touchdowns this year. Especially with Dimes being injured and they got to do a push on the 1-yard line. You think they're going to put Dimes in there? They're going to put Warren in there because Warren ran that in college.
Yeah, he's 256 pounds. Like, he's a monster.
Warren might be the guy here that that's the Lionheart.
Because if you look at what he paced at those first 10 weeks before Danny Dimes got banged up the first time, so he paced at 85, 1049, and 5. So the touchdowns weren't quite as high, but I bet that. I mean, that's probably a top. That's gonna be up there.
Let me go around the phone line. Toss out a quarterback, a tight end that's not on this list that you think, and it's got to be shocking, that could be in the conversation top 5 that is not listed here. Let me go to Rock Out first. Rock Out, list a tight end that's not here that would shock some people. Not somebody like McBride. A shocker that could be a top 5 consideration.
Conquo.
Love it. I would say the same thing. Travis?
I got one. Likely.
Good.
I hate you, Travis.
That's what.
I had a feeling someone was going to say it, so I jumped again.
I mean, hey, Goddard's even in the mix with AJB gone, by the way.
Yeah.
He's got to stay healthy. But go ahead, Michael, if you want to throw out the same name you can, or if you want to throw another one out.
Nah, yeah, I was gonna say likely. I think that's been an obvious one all off season, and no one's been talking about it, including me. Can't believe I missed it.
Yeah.
Does anyone have another one? Because I have one more that with a condition on it.
Maybe Helm.
Who, DJ?
I like Helm.
Helm?
I don't know if he can be top 5.
Yeah. I like Parkinson's one that I would say I like too, but he can't be top 5, but I still like him. I would say my number 1 is a Concool. I think Gadsden's in the mix here. There's some ambiguity around. Huh?
Sadiq.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He's injured right now.
I would dark horse AJ
if they make him the slot receiver, then in a perfect world. But
Double T, you say AJ Barner. I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
that's the guy I was going to say.
I like AJ Barner.
The one thing that makes me question it is how good Arroyo looks right now.
I know.
I wonder if he's
that is kind of the
passes away. But
we've been talking
if Arroyo just stays in the background.
Yeah. We've been talking AJ Barner for a while, especially when we're drafting at the end of an underdog draft. He's just such a good tight end to grab in conjunction with another approach. So if you grab a Conquo, you get down later. AJ Barner, I've been smashing the hell out of that. So I totally agree with that one. But if I had to pinpoint one, it's a Conquo for sure. Because that guy is, I think, going to be a top 5-6 tight end this year. So Double T, DJ, Michael from San Diego. I think I got everybody's. Luis, do you have a tight end that you would like to toss out as a surprise top 5?
Yeah, I actually got 2. The first one being Ferguson from Dallas. He's always ranked high, and I know he's not flashy.
Beginning of last year,
I mean,
he was amazing.
He does well.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one is if he stays healthy, and I know you guys don't like Bryce Young, but Darren Waller. I mean, he's going to take Brassel's spot. So it's like, I see him doing something.
I don't know about that one, but look, he played really well for the short time that he could stay healthy, but that was the problem. Yeah. I mean, he just at his age with the absence, it's just like inevitable. You're going to get hurt. Your body's just not, you don't have the calluses for it anymore. It's like trying to go out there and chop wood for 4 straight hours when you have never done it. Your hands will be bleeding. You just don't have the calluses for it. I think that's probably what's going to happen with Waller, no matter how good he could look in a game or two. And I don't know that Bryce Young will be able to feed all of these weapons that I think he actually does have. I think Coker and Ted are going to require a lot. So I don't know. I don't know that there'd be consistency for it. But hey, I don't blame you for liking the idea. But
I know you said the other day you don't draft much of him, but this one is kind of wild. And I mean, I know he has JMO and he has Amon-Ra and Gibbs. What about Laporta?
He's pretty high up there though. Yeah, he's
okay.
I would say he's a consensus like top. I don't know what he would go tight end. What tight end rank is he on the ADP board, Travis? Like tight end 6 or 7?
He's going 8.8. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
7,
6.
Okay.
6. He goes ahead of Fannin.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
So he's kind of already almost ranked there for people. So, but yeah, no, I mean, Luis, you're not wrong to think that way about him because it seems like no one's talking about him. But so AJ Barner was one. I know Travis likes Gunnar Helm, but yeah, not top 5. Gadsden.
Someone
I think
mentioned
Goddard
Kincaid if he could stay healthy.
Yeah, Goddard and Kincaid.
That's the problem. Kincaid, man, I thought Kincaid was going to be amazing. He just never stayed healthy.
What happened to Jonnu Smith, man? Like, I mean, is that like? I guess my point is Darren Waller looking as good as he did with McDaniel, and then you have Jonnu Smith as a top 2 tight end. I don't know what he finished.
I still love Gadsden.
And and then you just say to yourself, like, how do we not love Gadsden more? It sucks because he's such a bad blocker, but you just can't. I mean, they brought in. That's the reason why you bring in a Kohler and a Njoku, so that that might be a telling sign versus a negative that they're never going to ask him to block. He's just going to start running routes. And I mean, like, how are we not? How is everybody just sitting here? He was so good too. It's in stretches like Gadsden. The history's telling us that the tight end
I have
in
him
the
in so many teams.
So
Yeah.
I think Toller's going to outsnap probably both Njoku and Gadsden. I don't think of it from a fantasy perspective. I don't think he's a threat.
See, and like Smitty said, we keep hearing that. I don't buy it. I mean, as a blocker, maybe. But
yeah, well, that's the thing. No, he's going to be on the field. When I say outsnap, it's just the formation and the scheme. So just from a positional standpoint, in terms of being tight end, he'll be there on the field more. Which is to say, I believe, my opinion, like you said, Smitty, they'll ask Njoku to block before Gadsden. So they'll be using him. Just my opinion.
And let me put his
I
game.
just think they're going to be running a lot of 13 personnel though, with 2 tight ends.
And let me put his game log.
That's an advantage.
Just so we can remember what this guy did, because there was a stretch there where I just want to remind people there was a stretch where he was a top 3 dynasty tight end in some dynasty circles for a small string of games. When we hit this Indianapolis game and then the Minnesota game, and keep in mind Minnesota pretty solid passing defense, 77-1, and then the game before that 7 catches for 164-1. The game before that 7 for 68. That 3-game stretch, and then 68 yards after that. That 4-game stretch put him on the map, and everyone was like, "This is dynasty tight end 3." Full load drops were happening on the waiver wire, and it was like Gadsden to the moon. And then then it's kind of like he fell off, and then everybody just completely wrote him off. But he looked so electric too during this. It was almost like watching, you could say, the beginning stages of I don't know.
Almost.
Yeah, like Jimmy Graham developing, and then it was like boom. So we got to remember that there is a lot more upside here than we're remembering, because it just ended so badly. But this is a pretty good player.
I mean, 14.6. Like Hawkinson and Schultz go before him. Nuts. Hey, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I got 2 more. One is kind of obvious. The other one is a long haul. The first one is being Kittle. I know that he's a little bit older. He's coming off an injury. How do you guys see that? I know he's going 10 in most consensus. I mean,
possible.
Can he play a full season? Then it's possible. Yeah, right. And then the other one is with Willis having the upside that he does. How do y'all see Dolchich? Because they're really not going to have a receiver for the first couple weeks. So,
no, that's not. Douglas is way better than people think. But I get what you're saying. Dulcich is a guy that's never. I mean, everybody always talks about him, and it's like it never.
When he was in Denver, but yeah. I mean, for me personally, I don't know anything about him. I haven't really actually watched any tape. I just see a lot of my, my community outside of, I just see a lot of people talking about him. And I know he's a buzzing name. Yeah, just a name. So I don't know, but that might be something. I know he's ranked really low right now. He might climb, but some people think very highly of him. So just a little bold take. I don't know. I mean, he's always been able to catch it. Like his rookie year, in 10 games, he had 400 yards. But since his rookie year, and even in his rookie year, he's just hurt all the time.
Dulcich, it's games played 2, 4, 10. Never had more than 2 touchdowns. The 33 and 411 was solid, but I just don't know what people keep, what they've seen, because he hasn't done anything. I think this feels like a paper tiger, but it's a good one to bring up though, Luis, because a lot of people are just acting like he's got some sort of like gold mine value, and I just don't see it. Kittle is a tougher one because he looks really good right now, I'll admit, considering, but I don't know if he stays healthy. He's rushing back. I have a real strong fear that Kittle tears his other Achilles tendon. You can say that's stupid talk, Smitty.
So much.
It's his aggressive nature and the amount of pressure he's going to put on both his Achilles tendons. There's a high likelihood the way they're rushing him back, unless they get smart real quickly and they say, we're going to sit him and be careful and let him come in slowly. If they throw him out there in week 1, he is a player I think will get re-injured. You're just in a very vulnerable position, just like I predicted Cam Akers when everyone's like, I predicted he would tear his other Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're absolutely insane, and it happened.
Thought you were nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, you're some injury predictor. Like it's really logical when you break it down, because the Achilles tendon, if you're Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins and you're just kind of puttering around, you're not exploding off that Achilles, but your other Achilles tendon, the one you didn't tear, is really as vulnerable as the other one, because it's not like an ACL, where an ACL, you have the ACL in the middle of your knee and some sort of weird twisting or bending snaps it, and it's a taut, ligament that can tear at any moment. But with your Achilles tendon, it's like brake pads, and you're wearing down one Achilles and your patellar tendons as well. Like I snapped my patellar tendon in half. I've had like every knee injury in the book, so I know a lot about knee injuries and I know a lot about injuries. That's why I take such pride in the injury content and coverage on this channel. I pit this value over like any sort of Twitter MD trying to talk it up. But when I tore my patellar tendon, I tore my patellar tendon for a reason. And just like when you tear your Achilles tendon, it can be a freak action that tears it, but you're oftentimes tearing it for a reason, because you're wearing them down. Like if you did imaging on Greenlaw, the Niner player that just was during this, it was the Super Bowl, right? He ran onto the field and tore his Achilles tendon. If you had done imaging on that, you would see his Achilles tendon was like red and raw, and like so you're wearing down them like brake pads. They're both really, really like taxed because of the way you run, or because of the mileage, because you have tendinitis as well, and they're always like swollen, and they're vulnerable to snap when they're like that, right? And so you have this guy that's now compensating on his one good Achilles tendon, because he is a little afraid and he's holding back a little bit on his repaired one, which he could rupture as well. But it's oftentimes the risk to that other one that puts you in a real vulnerable spot. So I'm a little bit hesitant on Kittle, because there's just other options. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel the need to draft him off the upside that he's some sort of value, when Fannin, like we just described from Kraft, Michael from San Diego's Kraft, is sitting there in the 7th or 8th round. Fannin's in 9. Pitts is in 9.
Gadsden in 14 on a flyer.
Like take that value. Where's Kittle going? What's Kittle's ADP?
It's I got it right here. It's 10.8, so only a round later than Fannin.
I mean, give me those other guys. What Luis?
Yeah.
And then I think we're out of timer. Yeah.
For sure, yes, sir. So the last thing is, I saw somebody saying on the comments, TJ Hawkinson. I can't pronounce Hawkinson.
Hawkinson.
I don't know. My accent kicking in.
He.
Somebody. Do you think that he's worth drafting at his ADP, or if you actually believe that the Vikings are going to do something? And I mean, somebody said, "Oh, they're not talking about him," so I just.
Well, I think the same answer applies even more so with the Kittle response. Is that why are we messing around with that when Fannin's there at 9.5? Why are we messing around with that when you can get Kraft at where did Kraft go? Even Laporta at 8.8. You why mess with that at all when you got Kraft sitting at 7.5? Gadsden in the whatever range. Conquo. Like give me a Conquo over Hawkinson all day.
In 12. Ferguson
Goddard
in 12. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like there's just no real reason to, and not to mention Hawkinson's looked really slow. And I'm not saying he won't get faster. I mean, look, Rice has been looking slow in all fairness, if we're going to be transparent. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to get quicker. But the thing is like Hawkinson, he's always kind of been that, like, he's not a speedy guy at all. Like, him getting faster is a lot harder than Rice getting into shape. So I'm not about that. Could I be wrong? Not really wrong, because I'm still drafting a monster, in my opinion, instead. But could I be wrong on that he's maybe better value than I'm insinuating? Maybe. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because he's not going to be that good. All right, Luis, appreciate all your extenders, my boy. We'll see you tomorrow, young man. Yes, Luis to the moon. Thank you. Everybody thank Luis in the chat for extending the show. Appreciate you.
You guys do your thing. We got 5 more minutes. I'm out. So thank you so much for the insight, dude.
All right, thank you. Luis, dropping.
Thank you.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended 5 minutes due to a $20 super chat.
Luis is like, I'm out of here. Here's 5 more.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I was eager to hear Hammer's Tyler Warren take when we got on that, but I don't know if he was still.
He sent me a message and said his phone had died. I don't know. He must be listening now, though, because maybe he messaged me from something else. I don't know.
Hammer, if you're still there, you have time. You have 5 minutes to talk about Tyler Warren amongst the ADP guys. Let me go over real quickly. Double T, your final closing thoughts, about 60 seconds, 30 seconds, go.
Closing thoughts is you still have boards to make for some of the players. I would like to help you make one of them, at least one of them. I want to be the sound of one of them. I'm really good at making soundboards and stuff. So
I'm really good at making sounds. What kind of sounds?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like bird sounds?
Nah, more like a musical sound. Like last year, you were going for like the Debo blow his bowl and whatnot, the singing version of that. I want to make one for one of the people that you need.
Okay. Well, why don't you send me some why don't you just call in one day and just surprise us, all right, with a little serenation, and we'll see what we got.
Okay. All right. Then the other closing thought is, Smitty, great stuff, great show, man. You're the truth, you're the man. When you say that you don't need any other show, you really don't. I go to any other show just to try to listen, and I'm like, you're just saying everything Smitty says. Like, and Smitty's more hands-on, so no point in even listening over here. Smitty has
haven't we really been ahead of like the curve this offseason with the neighbors call? Everybody, I mean, everyone and their mother was talking about all the MD takes on this thing, like he won't be ready till October. Just
poor
thing after thing.
John had like 5 heart attacks over it.
Right.
And this is how ahead Smitty is. That I go to any video for like the older channels I used to watch and listen to their deep sleepers. Smitty's already covered them since the draft day. I'm like, y'all are behind. Smitty's already, everyone y'all saying,
we don't mess around.
And then on top of that, Luis, by the way, Luis says, Golf, you still out there? Hopefully Golf's still there. He says, Golf, I really do apologize, sir, to Golf. You got in it with Golf, and Golf didn't need, but Golf, if you're out there, that one's for you, pal. And that's another extender from Luis real quickly.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended.
Thank you, Luis. But the 3 things, and I don't even know if I had to identify the 3 things we've hit the biggest home runs on, I would say Neighbors is number 1. And then I would say AJB at 3.5 territory when we're just like screaming for a month straight. Do it, get as many drafts. And then I don't know. I would say the Jeremiah Love rise that we're about to see is going to be one of the other big, huge league winners. I mean, Tootin, all these other things got to happen. I think Brooks is going to end up being one of the bigger winners of the offseason.
I think Brooks is in one for
wide receivers too. we got to see the wide receivers happen. But like, you know, Coker, Stribling, Cyrus Allen, like even just the fact that we were saying Cyrus Allen, Stribling, go and get them while they're free, because you're not going to be able to get them. Even little things like that.
Yeah, and to give credit where credit's due, I was not a fan of Stribling. I didn't hate Stribling, but I didn't like the pick, and I made fun of the pick when it happened. Travis liked it before I did. So, not to suggest I'm first on everything. But Travis was literally on that from Jump Street. But not everything has to be January 1 or April 14th. Right. We do stuff in July that still wins leagues. We claim we invented this, invented that. You can still invent things in June and July. So it is what it is. We adjust and adapt better than anybody for sure. And even with the Jordan Tyson thing, I can't tell you how many people in a comment or a DM or whatever, yelling, catcalling from the street corner. People are like, you really missed on that one. Did we? Because A, he's not ruled out yet. B, we still love Olave. And Olave goes up with Tyson going down. So it's one of the hedging pieces goes down, but I'm not losing a wink of sleep over it. I mean, I dynasty value still there. Nothing changes.
I'm buying buy him in dynasty.
Yeah, buy him in redraft. Draft him in redraft. He's gonna be free.
He'll
people
plummet. DK in the chat had a good one. It's people forget because he's hurt and gone now. But Pearsall, he said Pearsall won't make the list, but you called that 24 hours before. But you were calling that all off season. Pearsall no go, and people were very high on Pearsall.
Yeah, we also did. I don't know if anybody was on the channel, but we hit medical better than anybody, man. But when Pearsall was. Remember I kind of said that the verbiage of what's going on with Tyson concerns me, the way they're addressing it, the words that they're using. When the word came out that Pearsall had potentially an issue, we knew the verbiage and how they talked about it is going to be some sort of second opinion after that, and then he's out for the year. And so people had about a good 24 hours or a little less to try and trade him and have a lead on it, but yeah, Pearsall and there's a lot. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate you dropping the scientific algorithm equations and the flux capacitors do help. Someday you'll find the Gray's Book Sports Almanac when I pass, and it'll be sitting on the top of the desk, and I'll be ashamed of myself that I've just been reading from it. But it is what it is. Double T, final thought.
No, that's it. I want to see. I think Brooks is going to hit this year. That'll be a secret banger for the channel. And you're going to scream at everybody when they doubt BTJ and BTJ climbs back into top 12. But we're going to laugh because we ate it up as 6th pick.
And again, another not double talk, because you can only do the hedging so much anyway. But even if BTJ ends up failing, Parker Washington, who is our moon man extraordinaire, goes to Jupiter, to Andromeda. So it's there's some rhyme and reason to some of the complex high risk situations that involve cuffing. And here's a third one. So you have the Tyson and Olave situation. You have the BTJ Parker Washington situation. And probably the most important one that people overlook, even though I'm talking Hampton up a lot all offseason, and I still like him, this Hampton Mitchell is another hedge that has standalone Mitchell wins leagues that we're celebrating, and then you're gonna have some angry Angus coming into the live stream when we're celebrating Mitchell's 150-yard and 2-touchdown game in week 5, and somebody comes in is gonna be really upset because he drafted Hampton and he's heard me talk good about Hampton, and he's gonna be in here going, this guy just jumps on whatever he just says that Hampton will be great and then Mitchell will be great so he can be right. You can only do that so many times. You can only plant a flag on a conversation piece that involves a hedge of sorts. You can't just go out there and go, I like Cedric Benson and Jeremiah Love. You look like a moron. But there are certain situations that are very explainable, very obvious, very, very cultivated. And there's only a handful of them that we've really even done. Debo and Stribling, Mike Evans and Stribling, that's another one. That's just a completely risk-free backing yourself up, even in redraft, not just best ball, but Stribling with Evans or Stribling with with Debo is just as secure as it gets, and it's unique. It's league winning.
It's a much smaller one, but we talked a lot about Coker and Brazel too.
Yeah,
Brazel's gone now, but
and Coker goes to the moon. No
Coker
harm, no foul. It's like Coker.
I just did a personal one with Whittington and Devontae Adams for Dynasty in one of my Dynasty leagues, just in case something happens with Devontae. Hopefully, Whittington is coming into play for his touches.
Whittington, keep an eye on CJ Daniels there too.
I was looking at him. I was looking at his highlight tape, and I was like, I don't know which one to do.
Yeah, it's tough to know. Whittington's an offense, though.
The Mitchell, what we're gonna have to do in the season, Smitty, is just when do we know we should put Mitchell in the lineup? Like, what week will it come? Like, we know, okay, yeah, you could put
week 1
Mitchell in this.
I mean, it depends on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm starting him in a few leagues already. Like, he's in my lineup already. I'm looking at it every day before I go to bed. Before I go to bed, I brush my teeth looking at it, and I just stare at it, and I'm like, there he is in my second flex spot below the 2 running backs and wide receivers. He's not in the running back 2 spot, but he's in the second flex, and I'm just staring at it. And I'm going, that's good.
Doesn't he feel like a guy week 1 who could pop off, and then everyone starts panicking, like, oh no, Hampton.
Oh yeah. And again, we'll be doing a standing ovation for it. We need a Mitchell video. I'll work on that this weekend. I'll do that with Luis. I'm almost done with yours. I got Luis's Devontae Smith, Young, and who was the other? Yeah, it was Young, and who's the other quarterback with it?
Jordan Love, was it?
Yeah. That's what it is. So Jordan Love and Young, the Jeremiah Love. That's where I got confused because I had Love written down here. The Devontae Smith one I'm almost done with. Tootin needs one, and then
did you say Mike is doing the Fannin one eventually too?
Mike, are you on the line? That? No, I did one for Fannin. Mike, you're on the line, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. That's right.
Let me see if I have the Fannin video. I'm going to make sure you're on it. I think you are, but here's the Fannin video.
I am.
Look up in the sky. Yeah. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Fannin.
Luis jumped my bet with me. We got you to make a Devonta Smith video. That was our bet, but it's all good. Luis is the man. I'm happy he did it.
I got to adjust the emojis too. There's a couple emojis we could swap out. We should gain more. There's always like a limit to them. They only allow you so many emojis. Let me see if we have any availabilities, but we can swap some out. I don't know who we would take out, I guess.
Maybe Rico.
A Rico video or Rico what?
No. So would you swap out the Rico? There's a Rico emoji still.
Really?
Yeah. I just put it in.
Every time we say tootin', I think of this. There's this vid online. There's a meme, and the guy's always like, every now and then I do a little toot. So every time we say tootin', I think of that for tootin'. Like, I'm about to be dipping in some toot. I'm doing a little bit of tootin' this week. I'm doing a little bit of toot.
Yeah. Little toot, scoot.
Rico, Harvey, Kyron, sadly Kyron, maybe. Those are ones I could maybe swap out. I don't know.
Yeah. I hate to do it, but I mean, I could take out the Smitty face one if I needed to. I could take out. I think I'm going to keep the Smitty approved. We got to keep the take a lap.
Keep that one. I use the Smitty approved.
Yeah, that one. But I don't know if I need the Smitty face one. I guess. Yeah, we could take Rico out.
Rice is a tough one because we were like, oh, we get rid of the Rice, but then now he's creeping back. I don't know.
Kyron.
If
Kyron out.
I had to pick, I was going to say Harvey or Kyron. It's a sad day to see Kyron go, but, he has time.
We'll take Harvey.
Song and everything.
We'll take Harvey, Kyron,
Rico.
And I hate to say this because I'm not dumping Hampton. I think we need some other players in there because I just like some players better. Like we need a Pickens one. I love Bucky, but we might replace. I like to get Bucky one. It's great. Bob, I don't know if we need the Bob one. New Age Outlaw. Are you out there? I would never take away New Age Outlaws, but New Age Outlaws video is the Gotham video. So I wonder if I could combine the Gotham with New Age because he is the Gotham video. So that I can maybe kind of combine that too. And I think we need 131 more gifted memberships to open one more spot. So BBQ's got us covered at some point soon. So I'll keep an eye on that.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're out of here. I can't keep going around the phone line because I keep delaying it. So I'm going to end it on this note. If anybody wants to yell something out real quickly, go ahead, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, I'll yell something out real quickly.
Yeah.
Just to say I appreciate the extenders and what have you. And with that said, if for some reason extenders and what have you, people don't appreciate or feel, appreciated, just to let you know, I'm one of them, So when Louise says people show, I'm one of the people, I'm fortunate to be able to call in when people are able to extend, of course, naturally get a chance to hear Smitty share his opinion. But as importantly, to be able to hear others' opinions as well. This is why I say this is the best show on the planet. Appreciate Squad. Later.
Thank you, Luis. And thank you, Luis, for the super chat or the extenders. Hammer, thank you for the super chat. I'll thank everybody on the way out the door once the phone line's clear. Travis, you were going to try and say something?
So, my bold prediction.
Tell
me which one you like better, or which one you think is better. Either MHJ top 10, or this one might be more bold. Christian Watson, top 7 wide receiver.
Ooh, that one's bolder. Top 7.
I'll type it.
Yeah, type it. I'll drag it over on the way out. All right, Rock Out. Did you have anything you wanted to yell out real quick? Rock Out. And Johnny, the floor is yours. If you call in, I'll give you a 2.5 minute timer. You can say whatever you want for 2. I mean, as long as you're kind this time. 2.5 minutes. No harm, no foul. That's how I roll, bro. Rock Out, anything else? I think he's asleep. Rock Out, we'll see you later.
Hello?
Rock Out. Oh.
You can't bounce off the moon in time. I almost hit it, Rock Out. I almost hit the button. Final thought, Rock Out.
Jeremy, love to the moon. Sutton had a good game. People expect Waddle to be like the number 1, but I don't know. So.
All right, my boy. Sutton to the moon. All right, later, Rock Out. Call him tomorrow. Rock Out.
Yeah.
I haven't called them Bruce once.
Yeah.
For 3 days.
Out, it seems like you ran home from the neighbor's house for that one.
I just picture him
down the stairs.
I picture him going down one of those staircases where he's just sliding down head first, arms out, getting to the phone that's downstairs.
Hello.
He's folding laundry upstairs. Michael from San Diego, final thoughts. And by the way, like always, I know you have very thick skin. Your takes are different than mine a lot, but that's what makes a fun debate. Always, always, always appreciate you on the phone line, no matter what kind of vibe you feel at the moment. I don't think you feel a negative one, but
no, man,
appreciate you.
I love it. I like being a villain if that's the case. But no, I was gonna say if we could do maybe a last call or a deeper dive into BTJ right before the season, because there was this weird report from Cameron Wolf saying that the Jaguars see him kind of exclusively as a deep threat, and to kind of avoid using him in the middle of the field, which I think would be wrong because he dominated all areas of the field his rookie year. So I don't know if that should be a cause for pause a little bit. I love BTJ, the talent, you know that, but just being realistic, I wonder if they could misuse him, and it's just unfortunate. And maybe they have to trade him or something.
The theory I have, and I think Hammer and Travis both, I think I can speak for Travis. He's on the line to say I can speak for Hammer, but that if they're unable to use him, they will trade him before his value falls.
Yeah, I think they could trade him by this year's trade deadline. Like because to me, Parker Washington is the thing that's going to swing it one way or another. And in terms of, like Mike said, the middle of the field, they move Parker Washington around a lot, and so he could just tear up, that slot role or that Z role and not have a ton left for him. Or if Hunter starts breaking out.
And I'm not saying that he will get traded and they won't use him. I'm saying if they don't, your fear of it. Just think about it. I always use the guy that has the Porsche in his driveway, a real nice epoxy floor, doesn't ever drive it, and he's like, just man, I got to get rid of it at some point, or it's just gonna break. Don't use it. And he's sad about getting rid of it, but he has to sell it. His wife's making him sell it. He doesn't, there's too much to maintain. Like BTJ, if you don't use him, and this team was very good last year, but they fell short. And if you're not using this asset that has near probably still first round return, like in the beginning of the year, he'll still hold that. If you misuse him all year and try and trade him in the offseason, it's a second rounder at best. If you trade him in week 5 and you're like, he just doesn't fit into this and we're crushing it and we need Hunter out there more, we got Jacoby Myers who we're paying and Parker Washington who we need to pay, then there's a chance they say we need this defensive piece and we win a Super Bowl. Like they're going to look at it that way. And keep in mind, there's on good authority, the Raiders offered a first round pick for BTJ this offseason and they said no.
Oh, I would love that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that.
Right back to that. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Michael? Do you remember me? Did you remember me going live on that or no?
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot we talked about it. I was thinking Commanders, but they got Diggs now, so I don't know. But
yeah, the Raiders offered. The Raiders reportedly offered a first rounder for BTJ, and everybody clowns on a lot of things that I say on the show in the comments later. Keyboard warrior. And one of the more common things I get after a speech like that is an hour later, 5 hours later, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, they'll be like, "You're not trading BTJ. Like you don't know what you're talking about." and I think I just said that. Like they said no, but they're entertaining it. They're listening to it, and they're not just slamming the phone down. And they know that the interest is there. They're feeling the vibes that BTJ could get traded. They understand the market's there for them. They're very well aware that a first round, it's kind of like if someone offers you a trade offer for one of your players and you turn it down, you're very aware of the market value of that player. And if you were to go into your fantasy season and let's say you've got a guy like Parker Washington, like just for craps and giggles, that is playing so well and you want to put him into your lineup, but you still have somebody that just inquired about BTJ, that every mile you go, the rear view, you see that owner fading away, you're going to try and get that value as quick as you can. If you're like, we made a mistake, turn that down. That gets us, we could take not just the first rounder, like they could flip it for a now piece if they wanted, or trade for a player or whatever, but that would at least put them in a position next year to maybe have the piece that'll help them win a Super Bowl, like in their eyes. So BTJ getting traded is a realistic possibility for sure. All right, Michael, appreciate you, my man. Call in tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Talk to you.
Later. And then Luis called in real quick. Luis, final thought, young man. Did you call in for something specific? What do you got? What do you hear?
Yes, sir. So I was actually calling in because I wanted to throw in one last final bold take. This is my thing. Okay, so I'm saying Malik Neighbors, top 2 wide receiver, and Devontae Smith, top 7 wide receiver. If that's possible,
yeah. Do you want him in the
throw it in there?
Do you want him in the same take? In the same or separate?
Yeah. No, I want him in the same thing.
The same. Okay, if both those happen, you will win. Okay, so
because I think Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is going to finish number 1 just because I think Jamar Chase is going to throw for 24 touchdowns this year. just do. I mean, Jamar Chase is OP. Malik Neighbors is going to go crazy. I don't know if he's going to play. I kind of don't want him to play.
No, he's
but
playing.
I just believe he's the best wide receiver. I think he's
okay.
the best wide receiver in the NFL, period.
Real quickly,
Smith, I'm sorry, sir.
What was Devontae Smith, top 7? What was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Luis. I got to put Luis's name.
We're going based on full PPR or half PPR on that one. I've been asked.
You choose. I'll put it on here. I think we're going by the Wild Wild West, or whatever the Wild Wild West is. We just use that for everything.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I mean,
all right.
I know. Thank you so much. Hey, appreciate you, man. Best show on
Thank
the
you.
planet.
No,
you have a good night.
Appreciate you, pal. Thank you, Luis, for extending.
Thank you,
everybody
Travis.
thank Luis and the.
Travis, you the go, bro. Maybe you the other go, man. Yes,
I'm the other go.
Yeah,
Travis the goat 1. I'm goat 2. Thank you, Luis. Later.
Bye.
Later, bro. So you heard of everybody thank Luis in the chat. Please drop like some sort of like thank you. I mean, extended the show a very, very long amount of time. That's a big, bold take. Travis, final thought.
No, I think that's it. Appreciate it, Smitty.
3.5 hour show, a 3-hour tour. All right. Thank you, Travis. We'll see you later. We are out of here. Thank you guys. 3.5 hours in the books, doing it live. Woo! Doggy. And I'm doing it with AC. Man, my AC went out. It was a kick to the sack, though. I had to replace the air handler. I had to replace the AC. Like, it was so hot in here. And it's hot in here all day. It was like 80. It got up to like 89 degrees in here. But we're cool. We're at 70. I think we're at 76, 77 right now. It feels great. Luis, thank you very much. Let me thank everybody who dropped super chats in here. Jeez. Luis dropping the first one for 50. Or I'm sorry, Hammer was the first super chat of the night. Or no, let's see. Hammer. Yeah, Hammer 420 man, thank you for that gifted membership over on Rumble. If I didn't already, thank you. Hammer with the 20, Simi with the 2, Hammer with the 20, and then Simi with the Double 2. Appreciate you. And then over here on the Rumble side of the fence, Luis with a 50, Viral with the 20. Viral, did you want to call in real quick? I think you were trying to dial in. I only have like 60 seconds though, but if you want to call in real quick, Viral, I think you were trying to call into the phone line. $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Rome, thank you. Jimmy, thank you. Appreciate you. Daniel, the commander, Viral, appreciate you. So when will the phone line be open? If you want to dial in real quick, Viral, the phone line is open for you. I just had so many people on the phone line. I can't only answer so many at once. Luis, Herp 90, appreciate you. Owen, JT, Chuck Nasty. Chuck Nasty, if you want to call in real quick for 60 seconds, you can as well, bro. I know you were trying to call in, and I told you to call back, but the phone line was full. Viral again, appreciate you. Yeah, Viral says the show must go on open for calls. Viral, are you there? Dial in, bro. I'll give you a few more minutes than that. I'm sorry if I didn't open I did have it open. You didn't call back, and I didn't get you back in, so I feel bad about that. Viral, if you're there, please dial in real quick. I'm gonna put this on the screen too to remind Viral, if he's not there now, that he can call in, and I'll give him some extra special 5-minute attention. But phone lines are open for you, pal. Luis, thank you for the $100 super chat. Brian, Luis, Viral again. He says, pick up the 415 number. This poor guy. Jeez, man. Luis, thank you. Brian, Luis, Coach, Easy, Kenny Powers, David, Vader, Luis, Jordan. Ben offered. Oh my God, did I not answer this one? Sometimes I get. Jordan, are you still there, bro? Damn it, man. I don't really mess up too many, but every once in a while I put one on a screen and I switch screens and then I leave it there somewhere and I find it later. Oh, there's Jordan. Jordan's here. Jordan, standing ovation for you, bro.
Mashed potatoes.
That's good. I'm glad, Jordan. I don't know where Viral is. Viral, call in. I know we're supposed to end the show 3 hours and 34 minutes. Damn. Viral, I need you to call in. Where's my boy Viral at? Jordan says Ben offered London and Fannin for Buka and Brooks. London and Fannin. My tight end is Goddard. I think you got to take London and Fannin no matter what. I mean, Goddard's not going to last long. And I assume this is Dynasty. And end of the day, it's like London is... I mean, I love Buka. I don't know. Chat, vote on this one, please. You guys, vote on this one for me if you could. Would you rather have London and Fannin or Buka and Brooks? I think I'd rather have London and Fannin in Dynasty and probably in redraft as well. Definitely in redraft, London and Fannin. Dynasty, you could argue that Buka climbs above London. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. And then Brooks, I like him a lot. Do I love him long term? I think so, but I don't know if I love him enough to surrender to the Fannin side. London, Fannin, Buka, Brooks. He says it's redraft. Okay, it's redraft. Travis says if you believe in Brooks long term, it's closer. Man, I feel bad for Viral. Maybe Viral called in and I don't remember. Yep. Where is Viral? Where are you at, bro? I'm trying to wait for you. Yeah, Jordan, I would probably lean London and Fannin in redraft. Because Buka's definitely going to get there in Dynasty, but in redraft, it's like you're drafting London where you're drafting Buka where you're drafting him. Not that there's not value in Buka there. And Fannin, I like Fannin. I don't know. That's so tough. Because Brooks is going to be so good. Buka is going to be so good. I don't know. Hold on a second. It's so late. I'm kind of torn on it. What did Travis say? London, Fannin. London, Fannin, final answer, but it's so close, bro. That's a damn close call. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Luis, I think I got them all. Vader, thank you. Appreciate your super chat. Coach, love CMC. Gibbs K9. I say Gibbs side by quite a bit. By quite a bit. What are we thinking about Buka turf toe? I think I answered this one, Brian. I don't know if you missed it, but there's no turf toe. He doesn't have turf toe. And we'll go live on that tomorrow. Chuck Nasty, you sure you don't need to call in? I'm going to put Chuck Nasty and Viral on screen here so I remember to call them out, to call in and give them an extra special marker board treatment for their amazingness. Travis, you're live.
Yeah, just quick on his trade. I'm thinking about it more like redraft. He has Goddard, and I just asked him. He has ETN and JT as his running backs. He already has AJB, Buka, and Adams. So with that, do you think it's worth it maybe to roll the dice that Brooks gives him some more help in the RB room, or is Fannin that far above Goddard for redraft?
So he's got ETN, JT, AJB, Buka, Adams, and Brooks. Is that right?
No, he doesn't have. Oh no, he has Brooks. That's right. Okay, yeah.
That team, and then he'd go from that team to ETN. Well, let's put AT first.
And he's got Goddard is his tight end. So
Goddard. So he goes from that. So he goes from that to JT, ETN, AJB, London, Adams.
Because if we could say like Buka and London, even if they're 3 or 4 spots apart, no matter which way they finish, that's kind of a wash. So is upgrading Fannin from Goddard worth giving up Brooks?
Well, looking at these teams, what looks stronger? And am I missing something? GT, ETN, AJB, London, Buka, Adams. Okay, no, it's right. What team looks stronger? JT, ETN, Brooks, AJB, Buka, Adams, Goddard, JT, ETN, AJB, London, Adams. This one the London side does look stronger in redraft.
The London side looks stronger, yeah. So he loses the depth of Brooks at RB,
but London, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to Fannin versus Brooks. Really.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Travis.
Yep. All right. Thanks,
Later, bro.
Later.
All right, we're out of here. Chuck Nasty and Viral. Since you aren't there anymore, I've been trying to get you to call in. Call in tomorrow if you see the replay on this, and I'll put this up tomorrow. I'll be sure to mention you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Jordan. Sorry about the delay on that. That's my fault. But I'm glad you were here. All right. See you all tomorrow. I'll be live at... Well, I'll be live probably randomly. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Hammer. Thank you, everybody. I'll be live randomly tomorrow, and then we'll be live at midnight Eastern. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.